Where's the therapist?
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Tap in. Took a tap in. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. DJ Cam, get us celeb number one. Jay Blizzy, Jay Black. I got to get y'all on my Instagram. Live. How's everybody doing on a hump day?
Good. It's Wednesday.
It's hump day, right? It's Wednesday.
Yeah. Hump day.
Good. White people got us so caught up in that. You couldn't tell us like 10, 12 years ago we were doing. Did we ever say hump day on the radio back in Philly when we
never
said hump day?
Never.
We never said hump day.
It went to them camels came out there.
Man. Shout out to the white folks. Good morning, everybody on my Instagram live. I'm trying to get my team on here. Yesterday I was bragging, and this is I jinxed myself so crazy. Yesterday I was bragging. I was like, I got so much energy. I know Cam was still recovering from the situation with being super lightheaded from his final vaccination, which I need to talk about my daughters. Amani got her second vaccination shot, and she's got severe headaches. And she had to call it. She called it a night early. And Monty, unfortunately, got my genes when it comes to sleep. Like, she'll stay up. She's one of the people who will stay up. I sent that invite to you guys. If you need it again, let me know. And poor thing had a real bad headache last night. She's like, Dad, this thing is like overwhelming. And they went to the movies for the first time since the pandemic has actually started.
Okay.
And they went to what movie theater? Whatever movie theater. It was an AMC, Jay. It was an AMC. And I guess during the pandemic, they actually remodeled it. So they got better seats. And they went into the one that had the super surround sound. And the thing was blasting. And Monty was like, God, the sound sounded so incredible. But it was the wrong time for me to be in there. So that being said,
nice.
This second dose seems to put, like, my arm does feel a little sore from the first one. Like, it does feel a little sore from the first.
Little delay reaction.
No. It I ignore it. You know what we do as guys? We ignore it. It is.
It would be all right.
Like, yeah, I downplay it. Everything else. I was like, I'm sleepy. But the one thing I wouldn't say in front of the family was, my arm hurts. Like, you can't say it in front of your family. Is that Milk? Milk 913? What up?
Yo, it says yow.
Milky.
What's good?
What up?
Milk? Oh, we said it wrong.
I'm just seeing there's a Y on it.
There's a Y. Milky. Is it Milky?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My bad. Milky. And I'm back. I'm back to the hole with this brand new track. I'm gonna slow it up and beat it up, and then I'm cool. Get anyway. Kathy, what up? Good morning. Good morning, everybody on Instagram Live. Jay Black.
I hit the request. I requested you.
I apologize.
You waved at me. I got a wave. I'm like, why is he waving at me? I'm looking right at him.
Yeah, I wish they could do something different than a wave, like a thumbs up or maybe a middle finger. Something. Real quick, and then we're gonna get right to being structured and doing the show because I got a haircut. So listen to this selfishness.
Whoa.
I got a haircut appointment.
Wow. Yeah. It looks like you need one. Look like it. A haircut.
We gonna be very structured today because I gotta go see Rio the barber.
So does he wash your hair for you too? Does he like wash your hair?
No, there's a salon. Basha has this salon next door. She's a real successful young woman. Like, honestly, if I had to hook somebody up with somebody, this girl Basha is so amazing. Like, she's such a good-hearted, very pretty woman, business savvy, and is forever going on these vacations, like, just with her girls. And she really will come into the barbershop, not on so everybody can be like, oh, look at so-and-so. She'll really be talking to us and like, I don't get what I'm doing wrong. And I'm like, girl, I don't know either. Because I'm like 15, 20 years older than you. So I don't even know what the game is like right now. So I don't even know what to tell you.
What she's doing wrong. That could be something good we can talk to the relationship therapist about. So, like, I guess she struggles in relationships and she doesn't know if she's giving too much, not giving enough. So it's one of them types.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I know she, she's not letting people smash out like that. I'm not saying she's not smashing.
Oh, there's the problem.
Yeah, but see that's the whole thing.
Can't smash with everybody.
Yeah, like guys, like we're gonna talk about that. Actually,
there's the problem.
Then you become something else.
You're damned you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Women, this is what I say. Coming to a guy, you have to get a guy. If you want advice from a guy, get it from a guy who's actually happily married and has no look on his eye like he would smash you out. But and I don't know how to diagnose that because guys, I don't know. Like when Basha asked me, I go like, girl, keep doing what you're doing. You're successful. Don't change it.
So Milky says she's too real. I see somebody said that's my type on IG. Somebody says she's gorgeous. I think I need to see what she look like. What celebrity?
There you go. I just said to look in the eye. Did everybody turn down their iPhones? Everybody.
That's the married guy. I need to
say the happily married guy.
I think that was my spot, Jay. That was my line.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it should have been Cam to check out what that Instagram.
I'm gonna make it happen for you, Jay. Let me say it. You can't get in trouble if I say it.
Let me live through you, Cam. Let me see, because we may be able to figure out what's going on. We may be.
Because everybody, I know. I feel like I'm being Jay or Cam. There's an echo that's coming when we get to talking. Just a little slight echo.
Real slim. I turned my TV, the phone down.
Yeah, mine down. Mine all the way down. Down.
Like is your TV down?
Yeah, like it's all the way. It's down to 0. Now it's gone. Okay, I don't know. It's just a tad bit. Oh, now it's fully gone. So yeah, she's like Basha, and I'm telling you, dog. When I tell you this woman is so, and I hate to call. I keep forgetting that she's a grown ass woman with her own business, doing everything, and she's such a nice person that before the pandemic, my family was supposed to come down here, and Monty's really into makeup, and she had a lady all set up to do a live tutorial. Like she was like, no, I have somebody who does makeup. And I let her know my fiance, the whole crew, it was nothing, no ulterior motive. She was like, no, we should get her. Anyway, bottom line is that the girl she's financially good, smart woman, not the type that's going to bend over for cats and let them smash out. And she's just like single for real. Like just single for real. And I was like, I don't know what to do with you.
You just have her come on Entrepreneur Day or something. Just show love to her business, and we can figure everything out. Maybe find a
sound crooked. The way you talk sometimes it sound crooked, man. It just sounds crooked. I mean, you know what? That's a good idea. I am gonna have her on the show.
She's a business owner. She might have got a PPP loan. We could probably talk about.
But you know what? If she got a PPP loan, speaking of PPP loans, if she got a PPP loan, she would be able to get the money in the clear and get them chips and be like, yo, everything's official. I got everything, tax ID, employees. I got hair wash girls. I got people who massage, shampoo girls and people who massage and all that craziness. And it's hard out here for y'all single people out here. It really is. DJ Cam, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, man. It's a struggle, bro. Real talk.
Even though, we never even mentioned. Okay, never mind. All right. I'm not.
You scared.
No. I was gonna. I should.
That's what Big Brother Mike. That's what he is. He's in little brother mode. He want to ask so many questions.
No, but I should have texted you before we opened up those games.
Should have gave me hands up.
I'm not playing those games because I'm not playing those games. We
all open on this show. Everybody's
no. We open, but there's a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to get together a few weekends ago, and we never got to explore the situation. That's all I'm saying. Jay couldn't even bring his wife because of babysitting difficulties, but just saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was the only person who was, all right.
Yeah. But Cam was okay.
Hey, Cam was good. And the participation was amazing. I really enjoyed the social participation. I was peeping because, I'm like, if I see any shade, I'm like, oh, what's going on? You got to be a social person.
Little anti.
Yep.
But none of that. We felt none of the anti. Very nice, very nice. So anyway, Bosh is single. All right, we're gonna get on the show and shine. Maybe we should put that out there. Oh, they'd be mad at me at the old station because every station you work at, anything you do that's similar to what they say you steal it. So we should have an entrepreneur. Come on.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, we used to have that on the old show. I think they still have an entrepreneur that they make believe they like their stuff. God, I'm petty today. All right.
I love it.
I'm petty today.
Why
Oh
not?
God, I can't believe this is a great business that you brought. This is an amazing business that you brought. All right. I'm the only one who bought something. Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this restaurant. We're coming down. No, you're not. No, we're not. We're not coming down to your restaurant. We just needed you to fill a segment. That's all.
Horrible.
Shout out to the Breakfast Brothers, who we support.
Yes, absolutely.
And I have a comedy show June 17th, and you will hear the commercials on my former station, K104. They're actually running. They're running overnights right now. So if you happen to be, working that third shift, you'll hear my voice on there. I'm sure they're having nice discussions. And then closer to the date, they'll be running during, where everybody will be able to hear.
Nice.
Oh, they're running on your old station?
On the old station, June 17th. I voiced that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
No. Nobody heard my
feelings.
No, none of that. I just, I just try and take the higher road. I try to take the high road.
There was a couple of shady stabs. I don't know.
Oh, no. Because if I really want to take stabs, I could bring up, I could really let y'all know. But I'm not right now because I got my commercials running.
Yeah. Smart. And if they want to buy tickets, in your link tree, so they can go to your bio on your IG page, click the link, take them right there to buy those tickets.
And thank you. I don't know what this echo is, but thank you, Jay Black, because Jay Black updated my link tree, and it's up there. If you don't go to the link tree, it's 817-635-5555. And the show is June 17th, Arlington Improv. So I'm giving y'all good morning. I'm
D. Marie. Good morning.
D. Marie. And Emerald is up early.
Emerald.
What up, mama? What's going on, Emerald? Also, if you ever guys, now listen, everybody on my IG Live, I tell y'all this. You can download Free Agent Radio and listen to everything. You got all three of us on here now, but sometimes you might miss some of the audio that we actually play. We got some audio today that we actually play, or get the Media Room 360 right there. You can see us on Media Room, all streaming channels, Roku, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, all that good stuff. And Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends YouTube page. If you missed the show, you can go to Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends YouTube page and check that out. All right, Jay.
Cool.
Hold on. Somebody said, I'm in LA now. Are you no longer with K104, Mike? Nope. But I do have a comedy show June 17th at the Arlington Improv. You're in LA, okay? You are what? Did you just get in the house? And if you did just get in the house, let's applaud being out all night. Let's applaud that right there. Let's applaud. My record drops May 21st. Jazz for Life. Emerald got an album dropping. Wait.
Nice.
We might have to. Yeah. Why are you holding out? You should have been DM me yo, I need to promote. Shout to her. All the hearts.
Nice.
Ashley. Good morning, Ashley. Good morning. All right, Jay, let's get a little rundown of what we could be talking about or what we're going to talk about.
A couple things in the news that I noticed. We talked about PPP loan. Is this guy in Houston? He had this scam, and it's an interesting story about him and his. He's been charged with 6 counts of fraud for PPP loans, and from his mindset, he believed that he actually had a business. So that's funny story there. Bad Girls Club. The girls, they upset. They not getting their props. They started a lot of the hood rat drama and ratchetness. They wanted their props.
Oh my God.
It was this black cop that tased this white lady and everybody praising her because she did it right. That's how you're supposed to do. You pull the right weapon, you tase the girl, drop like a fish. That was in the news. And Michael Jackson had this Boss movie did on Eminem that a lot of people is resurfacing. and talking about and then also the Supreme Court of Mississippi, abortion rights. They talking about reversing things, and that pro-choice might not be a pro-choice after all.
All right, we're gonna get Shawnee on the pro-choice, and Jay Black keeps saying this black woman who tased the white woman did it right, and this video just gives me okay. And I say this all the time, y'all. A genius is somebody who's mastered common sense. If Shawnee, if you have the clip ready, like give us a clue if you have the clip ready with the black woman, the white woman actually mooned her, showed her ass,
yes,
and pulled her pants up. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. And then she took off. She does her, if you want to call it taking off, she attempted to run. But then the cop also attempted to run.
Yeah, little chubby.
And she couldn't catch her, and she took the taser out, and boom, back. It was over. Hold up. I am just D. Marie. If you didn't start a business or have one with the PPP loan, it's a wrap for you for your summer. Yes, we've gotten that. So, Shawnee, if you have the clip of the husky black woman cop,
husky.
Just let us know if you have it.
I really. Oh my god. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Back. I got no video. Taser. Ah! She got
Taser.
Now the video, there's a guy going, hey at the end. But the fact that we got commentary with somebody going, taser. Oh, she tased her. Like, this is all I want to say. I want to see the rest of that video because somebody was like, some dude was stepping in and she pointed that taser at the dude at the end. Why are cops allowed to get so damn out of shape?
You start off, because with the academy, you have to be in shape initially.
Like, if there's anything, I'm not saying this because I'm in shape. I'm saying, shouldn't there be a thing? Shouldn't there be a weigh-in? Like
a weigh-in?
Yeah, shouldn't there be a weigh-in
for the title fight?
Yeah, like Doug, like when I watch
every Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, but seriously, isn't this a job that consists of you having like some type of athleticism? Like, you got to be in shape to be chasing people. Am I the only one?
But they don't be chasing people no more. They pull out their gun.
But I'm just saying, even with this, yeah, you're absolutely right. But that's my whole point. Like, even in a scuffle, like some of these cops be fat. And if I'm not saying all you got to do it, and you shouldn't do this, but if you reach for the gun and you get into a struggle, and you're not in shape, and all of a sudden you breathing heavy, and he grabs it, like, you should be in shape. Like, there should be a physical requirement. I've never seen. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I ain't never seen a fat fireman, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe y'all seen a fat fireman. I ain't never seen, because them firemen gotta,
a little different. Yeah.
They gotta pull the hose out. They gotta do a whole bunch. They gotta open hydrants and stuff like that.
Their whole job is physical at all times. Yeah.
Like she tased her because she couldn't catch her.
She's out. She's getting away.
And she knew it was about to be a wrap.
And the girl said taser.
And the girl, they taser. And she sounded white. I hate the profile because I hate when people say certain people sound white. She just happened to me in that clip sound white. Can we play it again so we can see how ridiculously out of shape this cop was?
in jail. I really. Oh my god. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Back. I got no video. Taser. Ah! She got tased.
I don't like Alf. Remember Alf back in the day? She looked like Alf trying to chase it.
She like
taser. No, she got tased.
Waddle.
I'm supposed to be laughing at that, but that joke was hilarious. Oh my god.
No, it's hilarious. First of all, she pulled out that white ass, and she was like, "Who is even thinking
I'm a moon you cop.
That's when you're not taking these charges.
That's a drunk move. That's a drunk move.
It has to be some type of intoxication, some type of, I don't even know. All I know is that if she doesn't pull that taser out, that white chick is gone. Like she gone.
Catch my dudes.
Like that white chick should have done the thing that they always teach you in hood school. You're supposed to walk and you're never supposed to run.
Target. Be a hard target. Yep.
Red says, so Mike, you going to be at the Improv with Gary Owen? I am. Are you? Did you see something? I know Gary Owen gonna be there.
Yeah, she probably saw that he's on the lineup for one of the weekends, and you're also one of the weekends, but not at the same time. But Mike may be there. You never know. He may pop up, and you never know.
Trust me, the way I bombed for Gary Owen during New Year's Eve and the show he put me on after that drunken stupor, I don't know if Gary want to take that chance.
You ain't drinking now, though. The alcohol is gone.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
sober Mike now.
Gary ain't got time to be taking chances. Like, dude, I'm going through a divorce. I'm about to pay $40,000 a month.
$44,000 a month.
I can't have nobody risking nothing. I know I'm not scheduled to be on the show with Gary, but like Jay Black said, you probably went through the schedule and you saw we're there June 17th. And then Gary Owen, who's very funny, is going to be in the building doing his thing for an entire weekend. So yeah, the heavy set guy, I honestly think there's got to be, y'all got to be in better shape, man. And y'all be like, well, you're not in shape, but I'm not a cop. I'm a comedian. I have low cardio. There's low cardio needed to be a comic. Like, you know, sometimes I got to work out because I get a little too animated on stage. But I'm saying, like, you know, there's a point where the most dangerous criminal with some of these cops is a fast one. That's the dangerous. That's a dangerous criminal. Just
the fast one.
Somebody who's agile. That's like, what? We have a suspect. Well, why didn't you stop him? He's agile. This bastard right here. I think he was on a football team in high school because he's gone. Somebody said they got the same coffee mug I got. I know I probably got this at the dollar store. This is the one thing I'll do coffee mugs at the dollar store.
There you go.
Don't buy condoms at the dollar store. Don't buy pregnancy tests at the dollar store. I don't know how y'all trust a pregnancy test from a dollar store. I don't know how y'all do that. I don't know.
I think they do work the same from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, because I'm sure you peed in one before.
What? Yeah, it's the same.
It's the same. How do
It's
you
not
know?
the same.
It is.
It's $1.
Yeah. It works the same.
You gonna roll the dice on your whole life with $1?
Either you're pregnant or not. Either you're pregnant or not.
No, but you gotta find out. You gotta find out for real. They have the same test they use at the doctor's office. Okay, y'all keep playing. And the reason why the chicks be up in there buying them dollar store pregnancy tests because they be buying them dollar store condoms. That's why.
And they have name brands. Look at that. Red even tell you too. They got
y'all better stop. I'm gonna do a tour. I'm gonna do an Instagram live, a video of me going through it. I'm like, yo, let me get the pregnancy test. I know they're gonna look at me crazy, but show me where the pregnancy tests are at. I went to a dollar store and I bought that damn game. I didn't even get the whole set. I bought that damn game, Black Card Revoked. And when the cards that I got it at a dollar store. And it was $5. I still have a problem that they're called a dollar store and you can get something in there that's $5. I still have a severe problem.
No, you wasn't at the Dollar Tree. See, I've been learning the difference. There's a Dollar Tree, there's a Dollar General, and then there's everything $1 or more. So they got all the different versions. So that's why you paid $5 because it wasn't the Dollar Tree.
The fact that you can break down every dollar store conglomerate and
my wife, she's in all that stuff.
I know you tried to fill out a PPP loan. Now y'all gotta get serious because that's what I use when I was pregnant with my son. That's because Jay Black got you pregnant on purpose. I don't even know why. I don't even know why you got.
Oh yeah, and Family Dollar. You probably went to a Family Dollar for that $5 thing. Yeah, that's probably what you went to.
I don't even know what it was. I just know it said dollar on it. I just think there should be a law that if you say you're a dollar store, there should be a law that you have nothing can be over $1.
Dollar Tree Plus. So it could be Dollar Tree.
Oh, see, now y'all playing. Now y'all playing. Now y'all just playing too much. I still,
was.
and I will say this, and I know, we've run this into the ground for years. I don't understand how McDonald's has gotten away with that dollar meal when it's not a dollar meal.
You mean dollar menu? It is a dollar.
The dollar meal, not with tax.
Mike, you can't avoid taxes though.
Yes, you know how you can avoid it? They should say on the thing, dollar menu, not
Plus
including tax. Or they should make the prices appropriate. They know what the taxes are. They should make it appropriate so it's $1. If I got $1 and I'm starving and I'm on the verge of homelessness and all I got is $1 and you come to me and it's $1.05 and y'all don't be letting people pass with nickels. Y'all don't let people pass for a nickel no more. It used to be a time where if you were short a nickel on everything I love. One time I go to this gas station convenience store, which actually sucks, but I still do it because it's convenient, but it sucks. God, it sucks in so many ways. And I almost don't even want to get on the one guy who's the worst. I've actually complained to Jay Black on the phone about this guy who works the register.
Yes. But he has special needs, Mike.
I know. That's why I've never complained. I've never complained.
Yeah, you can't. Sometimes you can't.
No, I never complain, because if he says you need a bag and you got a bunch of stuff, don't ever say yes. And people don't know this.
Why?
Because it takes them like 4 minutes to open the bag. So, dude, this is I'm not even making this up to be funny. Y'all know I'm a soft-hearted person, so I'm not gonna complain about this dude. So now, you know how they scan your items and they gotta scan the barcode on your items. Now, when I go there, I put all the barcodes. When I see him, I face all the barcodes.
Oh, make it easier. Okay,
make it easier.
That's smart.
And still, this is the way it looks. This is the way it should sound when the barcode goes boop, right? The barcode, right? So I'm facing everything. It should literally go, let's say there's 4 things. Boop, 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 bam. Put my debit card in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's how his sounds. Boop. Boop.
Let me make sure it went through. Let me check the number. Okay, that price is
Boop. I don't know what he
Let me make
does.
sure.
Dog, he pauses, right? Everything he does is really calculated. And the last one would be like, boop. Right? So now people, no matter what time he works, first of all, I couldn't take the fact that they were having this dude work at like rush hour times, like lunchtime or like 5 o'clock. Like lunchtime, all the construction workers are there. All they got is like some cheese fries. All everybody has is cheese fries or Red Bull. They're 7 deep. Dog, I'm not lying. When I walk in there, if I see him, I walk back out. And everybody looks at me like I know something. But I don't want to be the guy that be like, yo.
He was on E one time, Cam. Damn it, the light on. And he walked in. I'm on the phone with him. He turns around. I said, Mike, what you need to gas? No, I'm going to be even longer. I can't today.
Dog, on everything I love. Then one time, I almost felt bad because I needed a bag. There was no way I could carry like 7 things, right? So I told dude, he's like, this is his pause before he asks you, right? He pauses like this. Do you need a bag? And I go, yes, but just hand it to me. Right? That's all I said. I said, just hand me the bag, my dude. I said, no, just hand me the bag. And he gave me this look. Now, mind you, this is how long it took from him to hand me the bag. Now, mind you, they got the COVID screen in front of them, right? So he has to dip the bag under the little slot and give it to me. All right, so just give it to me. That's all I say. So this is how long it takes. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. He's going under 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi.
And at this point, you ready to snatch it. Give me the damn bag.
And I don't want to snatch it because I got soft. And I go, thank you.
Mike done left the change there before. Just keep the change.
Just keep it. Whenever I pay with cash, I never pay with cash. But when I do, don't even start counting. I wish I would wait for you to count out some change. Oh, so the point was, I used to say the dollar menu. The point was they used to let you slide for a nickel. So I'm at this convenience store and there's a person in front of me, and literally the person is counting out the change. You ever see the person who's really got, it's like $3.15, and they're literally like 10, 20, and they got dimes and they got quarters, and
well, that's $4 and then fives.
Yeah.
That'll make $5.
So the dude was like a nickel short, and the cash register guy was like, can't do nothing. We done spent like 4 minutes watching him count it out, and now you're not gonna let him go for the nickel?
Nah,
I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, yo, I got it. I got the nickel. I got the nickel. So now the guy's like, he's putting the change. And like I said, it was like $4 or $5 or whatever it was. I was like, look, don't even take your money back. I will pay for his. Don't worry about it. Like, it's a nickel. I will pay the $4. Just go and let me stick my debit card. And now the register guy was mad. Like, he had an attitude, almost like, what? Like, he wanted to stick it to the dude. Like, what joy were you gonna get out of not giving him?
It don't work that way. You got to complete that transaction. You're not gonna show up my register playing around with you, trying to give me a nickel after the fact.
Like, all of a sudden, you wanted to stick it to him so he can't get his Cheezettes and a Snickers bar. Like, that's how you stick something. Like, what type of miserable soul are you, dog?
Oh God! But the dollar menu, it works as long as you got your 6 cent to the dollar if you're whatever state you're in, or 7 cent, whatever your taxes are. Yeah,
man, they charging 10 cents for a bag here in LA. They said out there in LA, Cottis, I hope I'm saying Woods. He said they charging 10 cents. That's like what? Who charges for the bag out in Aldi's charge.
Yeah, Aldi's.
The first time they charged for the bag, they the first time I went in there and I had to laugh. They're like, we're gonna need something for the bag. I thought they were joking. I thought the register person was really being funny. I was like, yeah, you tripping? Just give me the bag.
Are they looking at you like, nah, son? I need that 10 cent per bag.
Like, what?
You can do paper. It's only 4 cents for the paper ones, but if you want the plastic ones with the handles,
how are you charging people for a bag? If you're a grocery store or supermarket, that's part of your inventory. You have to. That's part of the thing.
Nah, 20 years ago,
they took it away.
Nah, not 2021.
Target. Somebody said Target charged for the bag too.
I ain't no Target don't charge.
Nah.
Target. Nah, they don't.
That's incredible. That's all right. Oh man! All right, give me another rundown on what other stuff.
The PPP loan story. So it was a guy in Houston, and actually we got his image, and he's 6 counts of fraud, and he's like, no, I got a legit business. He's trying to fight it.
Everybody on my IG live, just put the little thing up there so I can read this. I want y'all to tell me how crazy this sounds to y'all. Everybody on Free Agent Radio, Media Room 360. Put that damn image up, because when I read this, I died laughing, and then I realized how depressing it is that somebody actually stated this. I have it on my cell phone. Okay, I'm gonna read this, y'all. So everybody on IG Live, Free Agent Radio, and if you want to call up 609-699-1386, and you can get in on the conversation. So this happened in Houston. It's on the Houston Chronicle. It says, Houston man charged with 6 counts of PPP loan fraud claims he's innocent because selling his food stamps is considered a small business.
Hey, entrepreneurship.
Let me read that again for everybody Instagram Live. I just listen to this. A Houston man charged with 6 counts of PPP loan fraud claims he's innocent because selling his food stamps is considered a small business. Now, people, what is the school system doing? What is the school system doing? Like, the scary part of this whole thing, yeah, you can take it down. The scary part of this whole thing, y'all, is that there's something in me that makes me think that he thinks he's right. That's the scary part, that he thinks it's okay to sell, because selling food stamps is something that's going on for decades.
You got to manage it right. It's strategic. Yeah, it's managing. It's a business.
But do you know, if he literally says this in court, it's another charge.
Yep.
It's another charge. Your Honor. Your Honor. Do you have an attorney? I'm gonna represent myself. I think this is an open and shut case.
Sure you want to do that, son?
Your Honor, I have a perfectly good explanation on why what I did was legal. I applied for the PPP loan because I have a small business. It's called selling my food stamps. What?
60-40 split, Your Honor. It was a business.
Your Honor, what do you mean? You're now. What do you mean, Your Honor? That you're now hitting me with another charge, young man. Young man, it is illegal to sell your food. It's like sometimes. Look, I love us. I love being Hispanic. I love black people. But it's like people will have illegal daycare centers and literally have it going on for so long that when they come in, they really act like, what are you talking about? Had this daycare center for 15 years.
What do you mean? Under the table.
You've been breaking the law for 15 years. Like you've
been getting away with it.
Oh, selling his girls' food stamps. Oh, man. Listen, man. These people. Stacey Mitchell, she put a comment. As a banker, it is sad to see dudes that look like him are coming in by the dozen to get money dropped in their accounts, knowing damn well they ain't got no business. Sad, but giving it to them, I guess that's what you meant to say.
Got to, yes, their bread. You got to. You gotta.
Jeez, my God.
We can all use a good food stamp deal though. Like we all been there before, right? We all maybe some still actively. You know?
Okay, allegedly, I was on food stamps, and literally, the food stamp program allegedly that I was actually on the food was abundant. It came in abundance. Like allegedly there was nowhere to put this food. So at a certain point, like hypothetically speaking, let's just say you were on food stamps and you realize you got so much damn food that there's nothing to do with it. Hypothetically speaking, your mind goes, maybe there's somebody who would need this more than me. Like maybe they need the overflow.
No, that's real. $200 worth of food stamps for $120. You can't pass that up, right?
Man, listen. Allegedly, I'm just D. Marie on my IG Live. She said it's 8 teenagers who got $2 million in PPP loan and was flashing the money and got caught. Listen, 8 teenagers. How did y'all make it so simple to get a PPP loan? And why didn't I know about this?
Is it over yet?
I don't even know. I don't even know if it's over.
Yeah, it's still going on.
I need to fill one out. I need to get a loan.
Like
I
wish I
would have. Yeah, Cam. Yeah, for Free Agent Radio.
Oh, wow. You really do have a business. Duh. My bad. Didn't even think about telling you.
Yeah, I didn't know. I heard it, but I didn't know. Yeah, I'm gonna deal with that later today.
And you done missed out on 2 loans, Cam. You could have had a couple cards.
Just D. Marie said it's closed. Now we don't know. I'm not saying we don't trust you. Just D. Marie. I'm not saying we don't trust you, but you know.
Shawnee said do it quickly, so it might not be over. Oh, yes, it is over. No more money. Oh, Cam.
He said I have 3 businesses legit, and they denied me. Damn, the legit people, but they were 8 teenagers.
That's ridiculous.
There were 8 teenagers who had a business for selling used shoelaces, and they got $2 million. Ain't that about to be, yo? Goodness gracious.
That's bad.
Oh, God.
This woman here got 3 businesses. She hustling. She got one business that's exploding so much it might go public. It might actually be on Wall Street. And these 8 teenagers get $2 million. Jeez Louise. My God, goodness gracious. And I wonder if my philosophy would have worked. What if you just kept it and you kept it in the bag and said, listen.
Oh, my bad.
I can give it back. Go through Blue Acorn. Go through Blue Acorn, Cam. They're still accepting.
We'll do it today.
Blue Acorn. Gotta write this down.
Like I know Leah's a lawyer, and Leah said I was right. They're getting $20K a pop. Stacey Mitchell.
Dang, Cam, you let 40K go. Let's
Not yet. Not
But
yet.
I wonder if you got the loan and you kept the money. Let's say you were fraudulent and you got the loan and they hit you with like $2 million, right? And you just first of all, how does the bank just lets you put $2 million, I guess, and you just deposited
$2 million in the bank.
Yeah, you just like nobody gets a red flag. They don't even follow your. They don't follow your account at all.
You can't hear you. Yeah, unmute.
They direct deposit it, so you have to give them your account information. And once they approve it, they just put it in your account.
And you know what these people don't understand? Like this there has to be tax on this. You have to pay this tax when tax season comes.
No, I think that's part of the whole thing, right? Yeah, it's a relief.
Yeah, it's a loan.
That's what Trump.
But I just did mine. I just did mine through Blue Acorn. So
how much we getting? How much we getting?
Well, I'm not gonna say that.
Is there a range?
$2 million. It's based off your Schedule C. So as long as you did your taxes and you have your Schedule C, they're gonna look at line 7. So whatever you did on line 7.
What's the Schedule C?
That's your so you know you got your 1040. That's your like if you work for somebody, your Schedule C is your business. Your 1099s.
Okay.
So whatever that line is, they base it off that.
Somebody said when you file your taxes, they ask if you've received any government assistance.
Oh, so for that guy with the stamps, he couldn't do it because he would have received government assistance. So he lied on his application.
Oh, so he's already now he got another charge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just piling up.
Well, different ones ask different questions. So they don't like you can go through different people to get the PPP loan. So different people ask different questions. But yeah, the final day is coming. That's why I was like,
Cam, you got 11 days, 12 days, Cam.
That's a lifetime.
No, you need to do it today.
I'm playing.
That's how I'll be doing that. That's a lifetime. I'm good.
Good.
It'd be the
12
10th.
days.
Hey, Jay Black, get on this IG Live. I keep sending it to you.
Wait, that's why you froze. I was wondering why you froze.
Thanks, Stacey.
So you don't have to. So they give you the money, and that's why they so serious about it. If you don't get taxed for it, Jesus. Like if I win the lottery, I get taxed. If I get $2 million in relief, damn, you hit the Powerball, you get taxed.
Yeah, but they got this site out there where you can make up a fake Schedule C. So I think that's what some people are doing. They're making it because you have to send them that. You got to upload it so they can see it. And some you might have to do like 2019 and 2020.
Woo-wee. Shout out to Frankie Johnson on here. He said, "What up, Jay Black?" He said, "What up to us on my IG Live." Damn. All right, this PPP loan is becoming a trap. Let me tell you something. Glad I ain't get involved in it. Somebody did say I could have made money because of all the money I lost from comedy during the pandemic.
Absolutely, it's a small business. Yes,
but it wasn't a PPP loan. It was something. I don't know. I'm not trying to get involved with it.
The
SBA loan.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
SBA. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I probably should have had Darrell Washington on.
Yeah, we probably should have.
Could have broke that down.
Gotta be kidding me. All right, so when we come back, I want to. What are the other topics? You know what? Let's not take a break. Read that abortion law. Read that abortion law in Mississippi because listen, man, no guy on here is capable. I don't care with how many surgeries of having a baby. So listen, I need Shawnee because at the end of the day, an abortion, as much as guys ain't ish. And guys, okay, breaking the Associated Press. I hope that's really done. Breaking news, U.S. Supreme Court agrees to consider a major rollback of abortion rights, saying it will take up Mississippi's ban on abortion after 15 weeks. What is it now? Like, what is the 15 weeks is what? Was that 3 months?
No,
a little over 3 months, about 3.5 months.
3.5 months?
Oh yeah, you formed. You formed by that long.
What?
All right, so let me ask you this question, Shawn. Let me ask you this question. Because somebody said,
let me be quiet. Let me be quiet if I offend somebody and say something.
Somebody said an interesting point. Let's say if you believe, I forget what week it is. I don't know if it's the 3rd month, the 4th month where the baby is formed, and they consider that a human being. Then number one, should child support begin then? Because it's a human being in your body. The baby's human. If that's what they're saying. Then they said also, you have a baby in you that's alive, that's a human being. Can you then file and use them on your taxes as a deductible if we're going to say the baby's a human being? It's a human life.
Not yet.
You can't say not. You can't say it is and then say not yet.
You ain't got no social yet. You ain't formed. You may lose it. Anything can happen at that point.
No, but I'm saying you're saying it's a human. It's either human or not a human.
I mean, it is human, but you're carrying the baby, and you still have to.
That's your room and board. You're housing the baby. So
but you can get benefits when you're pregnant to help you with the making sure you getting the right nutrition and stuff. If you're in a certain financial bracket.
So I want to ask you this. Now we're not taking rape. We'll take rape of any form, whatever happened, whatever. Take that out of it. If let's just say they said abortion is illegal, would you have a problem with that, Shawn?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's her choice. That's her decision if she wants to do that. I mean, if that's illegal, then they need to get rid of the what is it, the morning after pill?
Yeah, I mean, but the morning after pill happens way before. That's the morning after. So nothing has been formed.
Yeah, within 72 hours. As long as you do it within 72 hours. Same thing.
Do you agree with after 15 weeks, it should be a wrap if there's a heartbeat?
I think that depends on the woman, because you don't know what's going on. I mean, if she, let's say she ends up having a miscarriage, they have to do a DNC anyway. That's the same. It's the same procedure. They just call it something.
No, I get it, but there's not a miscarriage. The baby's healthy. The doctor says the baby's healthy. Do you think there's a certain amount of time where they should be a cutoff where you should not be able to have an abortion?
I think that depends on the person.
No, but we can't just depend on the person. We can't just have everybody decide when is their time. There does have to be a cutoff.
I mean, me personally, would I do it? I wouldn't. Right. Unless they came to me and said, well, it's either you or the baby. You might, it might be some issues.
Now that's another, yeah, that's another situation. But if there's facial features,
I wouldn't be able to do
No,
that.
I'm asking that. No, I'm not saying you would. I'm just saying as a general. Okay, this is what I do want to say. This is what I want to say. But I want a woman to be on here because it's unfair. And I think it's also unfair that two things. Number one, you know how many abortions happen every day out of convenience? Out of people just going like, I ain't ready.
Some people use it as birth control, but I can't answer that question because that's somebody else's body. And
yeah, but there's another body inside the body. So if you're saying, no, I can't have this baby right now because I'm in a relationship with somebody else.
I mean, I think that's personally, I think that's foul. Just deal with it. You did what was necessary to get pregnant, so just deal with it. I wouldn't do it, but I don't want to be the person to say to another woman, you can't do that with your body. That's where I have a problem. That's why it's hard for me to answer it, because it's too many rules on us of what we can and can't do. And if that's what she wants to do, that's between her and God. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I have had so many different views on this through my life, through going on in my life, and I've been like, hey, a woman's to decide, a woman's to decide. But when you're making a decision like that, there has to be some type of regulation on it.
No, how? We not animals.
Because I know in North Jersey, you could literally get one at 5 months.
Some people do that if they know that there's going to be birth defects, or if
I'm saying there was no birth defects. I'm saying 5 months. I decided me and him broke up. Like there has to be some type of responsibility where we got to start realizing there is a point where we're like, this baby is really a human being right now.
Yeah, but do you want that human being? If the person really doesn't want the baby, do you really want that person to have the baby?
And then, that was always my thought with that portion of
You
it.
know, because that's a whole nother can of worms. I don't agree with it. You know, I don't. I think that, you know, whatever age, even if it's your daughter that's 14 and she ends up pregnant, hey, just let the baby be born. It's not the baby's fault, but some people do that.
Thank you, because my thing is, y'all get to decide, but the father don't get to decide.
That's me and my wife had that debate all the time.
Like the father, y'all like this. You when no, I'm not ready to have a baby. Well, you should have thought of that when you ran up in me.
Yeah, but are y'all really gonna take the baby and raise the baby?
You looking at somebody who did? Like let's keep it a buck. Like y'all get a lot. Y'all like I understand that the world ain't fair when women deal with everything. This world is a harder world for women, especially to the 10th power when you're a black woman.
Yes,
but in this case, when it comes to a baby, I listen. 5 months, 6. I'm just saying. As much as y'all want to take this thing and go like it's my body, there has to be some regulation on this. There has to be.
Then it should be some regulation on the other side too. You know, 5-6 months, the dad shouldn't be able to skip out on me.
Well, that's why Negroes is in jail.
But at 5-6 months, nothing is going to happen to him if he decides, oh, hey, I don't want to do this. Nothing happens. But if I'm 5-6 months and I say, well, you know what? I want to get an abortion because the dad is not going to be in the life. He skipped out on me. Now I got a red scarlet.
A red scarlet, you could have had LeBron.
I mean,
LeBron's mom could have done this.
Yeah, but still.
Like
the dad could have had that too, but there's like that's what I'm saying. It's always the women that have done something wrong. There's always we get all the heat, and at the end of the day, I mean, it's the woman's body. That's like me telling you, oh well, they should regulate how many times you can have sex in a month. Well, and if you go over that, then it's going to be.
I mean, my thing is this is a life. Like sometimes we want to simplify this. You're making a decision about another life. Listen, I think there should be. I am pro-choice because I don't have a vagina, so I don't get into the. But I think to say that there shouldn't be. Well, I didn't say you said it, but I said certain people like there has to be some type of law because if not, there's already a law that at certain months you can't have it. So 15 weeks, I think, is appropriate. I don't even know if that's appropriate. That's the wrong word. I don't even know. But I'm just saying, just think of the concept. Somebody developed this concept way before that had nothing to do with rape, had nothing to do with what's it when the baby the baby's sick. You said it. Birth defects.
Birth defects.
Like this way before. Somebody developed this. And if you just think it on a basic realm, if you just think about it, it's kind of crazy that somebody was like, well, if you don't want to have the baby.
But this
it's kind of a primitive concept.
But if we allow them to make a decision and make a law that says a woman can't have an abortion if X, Y, and Z, that opens the door to make other laws on us.
No, you're absolutely right.
And so that's why it's the woman's choice, and she has to deal with that. That whatever that ramification is, it comes back. Whatever that karma is, it's gonna come back. She has to deal with that, but I don't think that's the government's job to tell me.
So they can regulate your driver's license, and they can regulate how much you pay in taxes. They can regulate when you how you get a gun, if you get a gun. Shout to Cortez Woods. Thank you for checking out the show. I know you in LA, so you got to be tired. You must have came home and just whatever you was doing.
But another perspective is, say if the father saying, "Hey, I don't want it. I know I can't afford this. I know it's going to put me in situations that I just can't live with."
Change it different. How about if the father wants it?
No, I'm looking at it from the ones that don't.
No.
Because you're forcing them to now have that child support. You're forcing them to put I'm not being with you. I don't want this. And then you still gonna say, well, no, I'm gonna have it. Now you're putting that man in a bad situation that he know.
But that's all about money. And I get it. And that's a valid opinion. Flip it and say, I want to have the child. I'm willing to raise the child. A guy can't say, you need to have the kid. I will raise the child. And a woman can decide, your son or daughter won't be born. Money's a big deal, and I get what you're saying, and that's a huge deal because the guy's telling you, I can't help. But on the flip side, if a guy's saying, have the baby.
Yeah, but he's saying I can't help, but he can help if he just does what's necessary.
Okay, well, this is why I'm flipping it to what if he wants the baby?
What's necessary?
Yeah, to do what's necessary. You just have to do it. It's like, and then
I
as
told
a
you
woman. Okay, and
though.
then as a woman, if she has the baby, then my thing is just do what you got to do. Don't be sitting up joking back and forth with this joker.
But this is why I didn't want to get into that aspect, because it's the typical I'm telling you I don't have the money and you're telling me just do what you have to do. You're gonna have to figure a way out. How about on the flip side, if the guy says I can take care of the baby?
Well, you just gotta trust. If you trust that, then go. But again, if a woman is wanting to have an abortion, sometimes it is selfish. Sometimes there are selfish reasons. They just don't want to do it because
full of it.
Mess it up.
Watching the kids. You are not going to allow that man just to watch the kids. You're going to be all in the park. That's full of it. No, you don't want the money. No, you want the money. Get out of here with can you just watch the kids and that'll make you happy? Get out of here, man.
Yes, that helps a lot. Can you take them to track practice? Can you get them to all of their activities?
But this is my thing. That aspect of it is one thing. Because at the end of the day, let's say the guy doesn't want the child. A high percentage of the guys, when the child is born, a respectable person is going to love this blessing and be like, wow, I don't know how I'm going to do it. But you're going to be able to hold this baby. I'm not.
That's not my situation. So let me be clear on that. That's not my situation.
All the other three guys. But this is what I'm saying when we get clumped in. Y'all can't clump everybody in because all three guys on this board have taken care of their kids and love their kids. That's why I'm taking it to the other side. At least the guy, let's say the guy gets to hold the baby and a blessing is born. Let's say he doesn't even do his part. He don't do his part. You have this blessing and you got to struggle, but you have this baby smiling at you and you have this child that grows up and you celebrate birthdays. I'm saying do the flip where the guy said, have the baby. I will do my part. We'll be fine. And you're the final decision that says no. Now there is.
What if she doesn't want? What if she doesn't want to be? No, have the baby. You take the whole baby. What if that's the
what if he says that and you just go, I'm not having the baby? Like this, I'm just asking because I'm like, dog, like that's crazy. Like you can really decide, nope, not gonna have it.
I ain't doing that to my body. I ain't stretching my body out.
But how is that fair?
It's her body though, Mike.
It's my baby.
You can't make her.
Wait a second.
You feel like you should be able to take her to court and say, okay, she has to have this baby because it's my baby.
Yes.
And so, and okay, with that, I would say, okay, go to court. But once the baby is born, then you need to have it. All of that needs to be written up. The mom don't have to pay like an adoption. She ain't got to pay no child support. It's
no. Wait. All of a sudden, all of a sudden, I'm having the baby. You don't have to pay child support. Where do you women get off on this?
I don't want the baby. If
I don't want the baby, but if I don't want the baby, I still got to pay child support.
I got to figure it out.
I got to figure it out. Yeah, I got to figure it out. And that's what you
Yeah, you got to figure it out.
But you don't have to. But you don't have to figure it out.
Listen, we could have not had to even go down this road. But you wanted me
in a second. How is it that you get to make the biggest decision ever, and then when the baby comes out, you go like, well,
hands off.
Listen, I had a solution. I said, listen, I'm going to go over here to this clinic and take care of this. But you didn't want that. You wanted
me when we have the same solution, when we have the same solution that you just said, y'all have the baby and say, now figure it out.
Yeah, but it's my body. It's not your body. You're not carrying the baby. It's my body.
Sonny, that doesn't matter when the baby's
Yes, it
here.
does.
Wait. When the baby's here, if I have the baby, you got to pay child support. No matter whether you want it or not.
Because
you actually do. In real life, you do.
Well, yeah, in real life. But what I'm saying is if they're going to make this law that the woman can't have an abortion after a certain time, and the dad is like, I want the baby, and she doesn't want it, then in those papers, it should be, okay, this is dad's baby, and dad got it, and mom is relieved of,
so your answer to this hypocrisy that you're talking now is because it's my baby. So
it's like adoption, just like an adoption.
It's not adoption, it's still your baby.
No, but I don't want
all he has to prove, if your reason for not having a kid, all he has to prove in court is that he can financially take care of the child. And he will financially take care of the child, and he will be where the child lives. And you still got to pay child support.
Because I didn't want the baby.
No, he didn't want the baby either, but when he don't want the baby, you go back to, but it's my body. That's ridiculous.
Hey.
Not the hay, not the hay. That's
he got to figure it out.
Hey.
You can't almost die, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
We could die.
Yeah.
During the BS.
Doing half the baby. Yeah, you could die.
Okay. And and these are the risks that everybody was taking. Like y'all really, all I'm saying is, all I'm trying to ask is, how is it that if a guy doesn't want the baby, the abortion ain't gonna happen, but if a woman wants the abortion and the guy wants to stop it, he can't stop it?
She carrying the baby. You're not assuming any of the risk.
It's his baby.
But it's her body.
Okay, so if you're taking all the risk and the baby is born healthy and nothing happened, you're fine. All you got to do is pay child support and figure it out. There's a bunch of guys in America right now running around didn't want that baby. They figuring it out. This is not to you, Shawnee. This is not to you, Shawnee. This is the thing of, and I believe women should get paid as much as men. I believe women should have every opportunity that a man has. I believe that if a woman says I can do anything a man can do, fine. But don't pick and choose when you want to be equals. Don't pick and choose when y'all want to be equals.
But they're still not equal in this situation. Because you can't carry a baby.
But I understand it. But you want to be everything a man does. You can't then hold that, well, I'm carrying the baby. Okay, it's my baby. And if I tell you different, you'll be like, if I try and skip, you'll be like, hey, this is your baby. You'll be just like this. This is your baby. You can't just leave. This is your baby. And then when you want to have an abortion, and then I go, yeah, have the baby. You go, yeah, but it's my body. What the is that?
Mike with all the hearts. What
is all that?
I mean, Mike is different though. Mike is different because you are.
That's the response.
But he's not a scumbag, so it's
and I
different.
Get it, but
he's like, I want the baby, which is cool, but I mean sometimes they just don't want to have a baby for whatever reason.
Y'all, and I'm sorry for your experience, Shawnee. I'm sorry, but it's just that.
Oh no, my experience was great. Let me be clear. I didn't have none of those problems, none of those issues. We lost our first baby, and they did it, and that's when I was like, "Oh, they did an abortion on me to take this baby out. What the world is going on?"
Ooh.
And I think I was about I was like 13 weeks when we lost the baby, but that ain't my situation.
Right.
Issues at all.
So Tasha said her comment was child support laws are biased towards men. My father never was able to get assistance or child support. They laughed at him when asking. Yeah, that let me tell you something. But once again, I can bring a whole bunch of personal stories up, and I'm not gonna lump all mothers in my personal stories. It's something where all men get lumped in. And the funny thing is, even at the radio station I worked at, every man there was taking care of their kids and in their kids' life, no matter how many kids they had. But everybody gets lumped, like every father gets lumped into this trifling ass dad syndrome. But then, it's like trying to lump every chicken to being a hoe. Y'all will fight that to the death. Don't lump me in with these chicks. Don't lump me. But it's so fat. Like I did a morning show over there for 8 years. If I had to hear one more time about trifling dads, but yet the engineer was a great father. As much as I didn't appreciate a certain person, he was a great father. He was a father. The radio personalities were fathers. The engineer that sent all the stuff out for the social media and all the stuff. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 dudes who worked there. Everybody was in their father's lives. But we constantly had to hear the one story about the one friend whose baby father wasn't ish. We constantly had to hear this story. Every time it came to, well, I know because my best friend, it wasn't even you. You got a whole bunch of people. You got a whole bunch of people right here taking care of their kids, doing what they have to do, and we got to hear about your best friend.
Your small sample size.
Well, I mean,
and I get it, but I'm like, damn, y'all be lumping. Jesus, I can even name these NBA players. They were supposed to be the most trifling ever, and there are a bunch of them. I'm not telling you that they're not. But damn,
it's good fathers out there. There are good fathers.
Short break too, Mike. We got our relationship therapist as well.
All right, let's do this. Most of the time, women are mad they not with the father anymore. See, I'm not going to lump people in that situation either.
But a lot of times that
they
is
are
the issue. That's the issue. Mean, they don't want to let the man go on and live and do his thing. Look. I just help mine. I'd be like, your girlfriend can come on vacation with us.
And you know what? You know what's crazy, Shawnee, is that there are people who would be like, yo, there are women and men who be like, I would never be able to do that. In actuality, that's exactly how you're supposed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We not together no more. We got kids together. You're supposed to be cool with my significant other, wife, girlfriend, fiance. Well, fiance, because girlfriends get kind of shaky. And then I'm supposed to be cool with the man and I'm supposed to trust that any person you bring around the kids is somebody that you're legit with. I'm not saying you can't smash. I'm not saying you can't run the streets. I'm just saying the one that you bring home, let's make sure that that's a fundamentally sound relationship so we can actually build. Now, that doesn't guarantee the relationship is going to work because that's unfair. You know what I'm saying? But your situation is the way it should happen.
Because at the end of the day, the kids want to do stuff with their mom and dad. They want their mom and dad there. So mom and dad needs to be there and just,
But you know how many petty people we got out here who are so effing jealous and like, no, we'll have a birthday party for her here, and then they can have a birthday party for her there, or we can do this over here. And what is the problem? Why can't we just get along and bring the birthday party together? It could be at your house, my house. It could be at a place. We can do it at wherever, and we just hang out. All we're doing is spending 2 hours together, and we might take some pictures. And yes, the kid might be in the middle. And her mom will be on one side and the dad will be on the other side.
Mom and dad. Like my kids they have a picture of me and their dad up in their room. When they go stay with their dad, guess what? They put the picture of me and their dad up. Now that's them. When my stepsons would come, they had pictures of their mom in their room. That's their mama.
What you gonna do?
They love their mama. They supposed to love their mama. They have to respect their mom in my house anyway. So,
all right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. What's the name of the doctor? I'm sorry, Jay Black. What's the name of the therapist?
Tashina Reader.
Dr. Tashina Reader. This should be absolutely amazing. We're gonna do relationship. We're gonna have a relationship therapist. I don't even know if I want to play with this doctor right now. I don't even know if I want to bring up Jay Black's habits. I think I'm gonna leave.
Oh no, not me. This is for the listeners, the viewers.
I don't even know if we should bring up their phone check. I don't even know. I think we should leave that out.
You can ask about that. Yeah,
I think we should leave that alone.
No, that part is
because you're in a good mood today. I don't need to mess nothing.
No.
You were silent dwarf yesterday. You wasn't sleepy dwarf. Angry. You was just silent dwarf yesterday.
Sometimes things happen.
Hey, I ain't play. Did I poke? I ain't poke.
No, you didn't poke.
I ain't poke.
I'm still a little edge, but yeah, I'm good. I'm moving on.
Cam wasn't feeling good. Cam was just coming off of the second vaccination shot. I ain't poke. Y'all was both on some Moody Record stuff.
Not Moody Records.
Y'all was Moody Records yesterday. I was like, okay. I said, I'm gonna keep doing the show.
That's funny. That's funny.
I read the room. I said, hey, make sure Shorty's box is up.
Man, right.
That's funny.
I don't want no smoke. Sometimes people just in what they in, and I promise you, I will have one of them days on here. If I haven't had already, I will have one of them days on here, and just leave me alone.
I ain't want to be bothered. I ain't want to be bothered. Just,
But it would have been funny if we would have asked what that argument was about. But I said I'm not.
nah.
A lot was going to come with that.
So there was going to be a lot of a good radio fire coming out.
But yeah, so you got questions, you know the number 609-699-1386. 609-699-1386. Mike should be able to go into some details. I wonder stuff like, hey, somebody been married 3 times. Are they the problem? I mean, is it certain things?
Listen to this one, boy.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I'm curious to pick her brain. But yeah, so that's a short break.
Obviously, I'm going to need a black and mild right now. Everybody on Instagram Live, hold tight. Kelly, what's up? Oh, God, I didn't turn my ringer off. Kelly, what's going on? He literally canceled her yesterday. Oh, okay, Kelly. I ain't playing with you. Yeah, Kelly want to play. All right, listen. I'm gonna come back on IG Live in 4 or 5 minutes. Y'all jump back on here. But if y'all don't want to be on here, y'all can just download Free Agent Radio or Media Room. Listen Free Agent Radio or Media Room 360.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Roku. What's everything?
Roku, Amazon Fire. Man, I forgot that.
Amazon Fire,
Apple TV, Facebook Live, Twitch TV. Twitch is one of my new ones. YouTube, yeah. So yeah, multiple streaming outlets.
And you can watch it. But if you want to stay on the IG Live, I still ain't got my badges popping, but I promise. What's today? Today's Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Monday, I will have the badges popping. I just got this whole badges thing. They got some information they want to put in here. I don't know if I want to put this information in. Honestly, man, they got some stuff you got to put in there. I'm like, I don't know. They be breaches and stuff like that. I can't have my. Okay. Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. All right, y'all. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. We'll be back in 4 minutes. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
I think I got last one for fun. Here we go.
You got another one? Don't do nothing stupid. Don't do nothing stupid.
You got to pick free. Cheryl Underwood, Viola Davis.
Every woman is gorgeous. Every woman is. God, Jay. Why would you do that?
Viola be before she take that wig off sometimes on Scandal. She looking all right until she, snatch the wig off. When she snatched that wig off.
That show where she would take the wig off when she would get home. She's all frustrated.
Oh my God.
She'd be like,
Yep.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Your escape from reality. Right here on Free Agent Radio.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
Listen, it was tough. But at the end of the day, the one thing I never wavered from, whether it's my friend, my best friend, my brother, Eddie, I never walked in front or behind. I was like, listen, I don't get whatever somebody's got to say. The one thing that has never happened throughout all of the rumors and all that stuff, nobody ever walked up to me and in my face or has ever asked or said anything crossways to me about that. They would all talk behind, but I always said a real man can come. And I've always said, if you come here in front of me talking that, and I said, if you walk away on 2 feet, I'll be whatever you want me to be.
No, Eddie, the way you and Eddie were rolling, and I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
If somebody saw me and Jay Black, we together all the time.
All the time. I was let me tell you, I think everybody at some point, maybe you haven't, but most people in their life, you only hope and pray and wish that you'll find and have a best friend, somebody that you will tell and can ride or die. Listen, I never questioned anything that Eddie did or said, and all I knew and have always felt and said, because that's my brother, my road dog, I'm like, yo, let's rock. What we doing? Who do we got to go and fight? What are we doing? Never questioned anything and was like, give a fuck what they said. And I remember Eddie saying one day, he said somebody was doing a joke. He was doing comedy one night and somebody was yelling and screaming and yelling and screaming. And he told him, he said, shut up, nigga, before I knock you out with my wallet.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Your escape from reality. Right here on Free Agent Radio. Free Agent Radio.
Hey guys, it's Sexy Mo of Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. May is National Menstrual Month, and millions of women and girls are kept from reaching their fullest potential due to poor menstrual hygiene and lack of education. Protect the most precious jewel in the world to you. Visit getpadstoday.com to experience Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain pads are infused with the Nobel Prize-winning material graphene. Graphene strip provides various health benefits that potentially help relieve painful abdominal cramps, balance the body's pH, and graphene moves heat away from your core and help keeps you dry. Get yours today at getpadstoday.com and begin experiencing a less painful and drier cycle. Finally, your feminine flow has met its match with Rain Sanitary Napkins. Protect your most precious jewel today and visit getpadstoday.com.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio. Free Agent Radio.
Baby, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in.
Tap, 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 tap in. Tap, tap, tippy, tap, tippy, tap in. Tap in. Michael Shawn and Takeover Legends, welcome. Jay Black, DJ Cam, Shawnee Scott, my girl Sexy Mo comes on later on with Allegedly. This gives you all the entertainment news. I was anti it, but we ain't had no choice. Now, because I wanted Mo on the show regardless. Like, Mo was a Takeover Legend. It has nothing to do with that. But, God, entertainment news just annoys me. But it turns out to be pretty fun. Because we get our opinions. It turns out to be
good spinoffs.
It gets a little bit. We got a therapist, a relationship therapist that's coming on the show. And this is going to be fun, y'all, because Jay Black's views and opinions on relationships are so much different. And I need him to be honest on this. I need him to stand tall and stand strong.
Okay, I could do that.
Which I know you don't have any problem doing.
Yeah, I'm saying, I could be me. There's nothing wrong with being me.
No, there's nothing wrong. And I'll put my dysfunctions. I will put my dysfunctions out there too. I'll put my dysfunctions, my views and opinions. I'm a walking contradiction based on male chauvinistic traditions. Good morning. Who is Celine T.A. Potts? Good morning. Well, thank you for joining us. You can always download Free Agent Radio and listen to the show. I got Cam on here. That's DJ Cam right there on my IG Live. Jay Black, I sent the joint to you. So get on that. Some more of the topics that we can run off real quick before we get to the therapist in 10 minutes?
No, she's on now. No, she's waiting right now.
Oh, she's on now. I thought it was the 30.
I was wondering why you were stalling. No, it was 8. We good.
Oh, well, let's Jay Black, do the introduction.
We're late.
Yeah, we're actually late. Yeah,
I apologize very much. Go ahead.
No, like Mike says, relationship expert, therapist, doctor. I like the, because when you work hard for that title.
Yeah, I wish I could be a doctor. God,
Doctor Tashina Reader. So welcome to the show, Tashina.
Tashina Reader. Hey.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. I just want to warn you. Some of the opinions or views that we may have, you may look at us crazy, but God knows our heart. God knows our heart.
That's important.
That is absolutely important. So, as is it a relationship therapist?
I'm a therapist that studied relationships, marriage and therapy, family, couples, all that jazz.
Okay, so off the top, what are one of the biggest issues when you're dealing with couples or individuals? I don't know if you bring the couples together or you just deal individually and go. Because just to give you a quick history, my ex-wife, we went to a therapist, and I knew I was in trouble because after we did like 2 sessions, she was like, "I'm gonna need to talk to you by yourself." And I knew at that moment, I said, this is a problem. I see I must be the problem in this relationship. So she basically kicked me after school and we had to have extra sessions. Obviously we're divorced, so she didn't work, we didn't work, nothing worked. So what is it? Yeah, we spent that money. Jesus, my God. When I tell you how we found this therapist, she was very nice too. But what are the issues, the major issues that you see in couples right now?
Well, you know what? Let me piggyback off what you just mentioned, that she pulled you out of the office as the individual. And the reason why I'm starting there is because in any relationships, we're two individual people, right? And we come in with our baggage, our morals, our values, our traumas, our unresolved issues, trying to make it work, right? So we come together as one with all this stuff already in the mix.
Yes.
And so when we talk about what happens and what I guess suffers oftentimes is communication. We don't know how to communicate. And often we aren't taught how to effectively communicate and to listen. We can talk, but we're not listening. And oftentimes we have to do both. I think I see that a lot in any relationships, friendships, partnerships, marriage, any types of relationship. We don't communicate effectively. We're not taught how to.
Okay, Doc. Let me be very honest with you. This is my problem that I have with communication. And I haven't figured this out yet. I will have the best intentions on communicating my feelings, right? And they always seem to come out wrong. And my point is my point. And but for some reason, I cannot communicate my feelings without it turning into something. Like, I will practice before I say it. I'm like, I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to say it like that. Always turns bad. And I kind of know it has to be me. It always turns bad. And I that's the best I can tell you.
It depends. It depends on what you mean by it goes bad. Like, what makes it go bad? If you're expressing yourself, what is your tone and how are you delivering the message? Is that my question?
I have a very bad, tone is bad. My tone starts off. You know what the frustration is, and this is on me. This is on me. The frustration is there's a basic issue. There'll be a basic issue, and then when the person doesn't see a basic issue, I don't know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to reply. It's almost like if I see something white, and I know it's white, and I know when I show people, they say it's white. And then when the discussion happens, it becomes, you're telling me it's black. I don't know what to do after that. And I know that's my issue. That's not her issue. That's my issue.
Right. I think, and you're not alone in that. I think oftentimes when we we have our point, we mean what we say, and we have something we want to get across. Sometimes we are not open to other perspectives because we're not here. Like, I know what I said. I know what I'm experiencing, and that's it. Well, we also have to hit the other person's perspective because they're also experiencing that maybe the question that you're asking in a different way, right? So being open to the different perspective and say, okay, I hear what you're saying, but this is, and further explain your point. Now, if you're getting upset because you can't hear, this is for anybody. If we're getting upset when we can't hear the other person's perspective, you might ask yourself, why are you getting so worked up? Why are we getting so worked up about this point? Because we don't think they hear us. Maybe we're not hearing them. It's not to say that they don't get you.
Right.
What is it that's really pushing our buttons? Because then at that point, it exceeds your point. Then you need to ask yourself, what's really underneath this? What am I not feeling? Am I not feeling heard? That can be the underpinning of the tone that we give.
Right.
We may have experiences of not feeling understood or heard, and so we may find ourselves becoming a little aggressive in our tone, in our delivery, to be heard.
Yeah,
it happens for men and women because we're individuals bringing in our life experiences, things that we're not even aware of that's manifesting into our relationships.
Yeah, and and I never thought. See, as guys, and this is a bad training that we've had. We've never been able to just tell somebody, I just feel misunderstood. Like, guys aren't able to just go out and say, I just don't feel like I'm understood. Like, I don't think you're getting my point. And then it just turns into a back and forth. And sometimes and then another bad thing is, and I think I shouldn't speak for all the men on the panel because they don't all do this. This is something I do. Sometimes you just hold things in for so long that almost when it comes out, as much as you want to keep your tone correctly, your frustration has been held in. And that, once again, that's I made the choice to tuck it all in.
Mhm.
So I don't know if when you feel something, should you initially, if you feel something immediately, should you get it off your chest immediately, or should you wait and think about it? Because maybe I think too much about it.
It depends on what it is, right? Because if we're really angry in that moment, we probably shouldn't say anything at that moment because we can say some things we can't take back, and that could be really offensive, right?
Right.
But I think that things happen, it is happening. You're reacting, in that moment. I think oftentimes we are not being when we're upset. It's hard to be rational because you're just angry. I think you might take a step back for a moment or two just to think about what you're about to say, and then go ahead and share it. But don't be as reactive and just say whatever comes to your mind because you're mad at that moment. Then that can be destructive.
All right, well, go ahead, fellas. Go ahead, Jay Black.
I'm thinking when she just said, I'm thinking, no, but I need to get this off my chest now, and I want to have this dialogue right now. And you saying, hey, you need a minute. I feel like you brushing me off. And it's like, no, I want to have this talk right now. I need to get this out. So am I wrong for, I guess, trying to demand that dialogue at that point?
Well, when I say, maybe I misheard the question. When I mentioned saying you need a moment was for that person who wants to share that message. Like for you, example, if you need to get something off your chest and you're really upset about it, give yourself a moment to prepare it and then deliver it. If you're in a place where I can share it and not be aggressive and angry and yelling, then fine. But if you're in that place where you're about to yell and howl and flip your wig, then you might need to take a step back and think about what you're about to say. Because I find oftentimes, even including myself, when we're in the heat of the moment, we can say some vicious things that we can't take back. And we think about it after the fact when we calm down, like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. I could have said it a different way, right? Then we got to say, I'm sorry for her. And we should do that in relationships. Apologize for when we're wrong, right? Because we are going to say things in the moment, and we are going to have times where we are delivering things that can be insensitive, right? We're human, right? We're human. We have these experiences. But I think we have to be mindful also and being aware and being in tune with yourself, like how your style of communication.
Right.
And just because you said I'm sorry, do I have to accept that? I may not want to accept that. Sorry.
I mean, it all depends on what the situation is. But if you're in a relationship, you're trying to make things work. I mean, there's room for growth on both ends. And so if someone's extending an apology, you may be upset, but hear them and accept it for what it is. But the thing about sorry, we can say sorry as much as we want, but if there's no change in behavior, then what are you sorry for? You can don't tell me you sorry and not say what you're sorry for. Tell me what has happened that you're sorry for. Because you hear people say sorry all the time, but they still do the same infraction. You're like, then what was the purpose of your apology? Then what happens is your integrity begins to suffer. People will not trust or believe what you say because you're always saying you're sorry.
So for those on IG Live, I tried to tell you, I have 3 people on my IG Live. For those saying you can't hear the therapist, this is why I'm telling you to download Free Agent Radio, the app, and you can listen to it. It's absolutely free. You can call in if you have any questions, 609-699-1386. Also, if you want to watch the show, I show you guys all the time, is Media Room 360. We're live on all the Roku, whatever it is, the Apple TV, the Amazon, I think it's the Amazon Fire Stick, or is this the Amazon Fire
TV, Amazon, yeah, and
Amazon Fire TV, and you can listen, you can hear the therapist. But if you have a question about a relationship situation, you can call up once again, 609-699-1386. Is it realistic? Because
we do have somebody on the line. So
we do?
Yeah.
Oh, let's get it popping. All right. Free Agent Radio, who's this? Hello.
Yeah, if it's okay, can I stay like anonymous this morning?
You can stay anonymous. All right, we'll make up a name. We're gonna call you Ted.
Yeah, I'll roll with Ted.
I thought you was really about to be like, I don't like Ted. I was like, all right, Malcolm. All right, what's your question, homie? What's your question?
I mean, I'm listening to the doctor. Good morning, doctor. And I'm in a relationship. I've been married for over 10 years now, and we have children together. And for some reason, my wife and I just are not able to work certain things out, and you know, I want to stay in the relationship because I love her and I love the kids. I love being married, and right now she's just kind of wanting to leave the relationship, and I just want to know, like, from the doctor, I mean, what can I do? I mean, I'm trying to do everything I can to work things out. We haven't gone to therapy yet or anything like that, but I mean that may be an option, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's just really difficult right now trying to figure out a way through this with the children and everything else.
Mm-hmm. That's a great question. I'm sure again you're not alone, and being in a marriage, because marriage is work. Listen, it's not like a regular relationship. Marriage is a deep commitment, and it requires a lot of work, a lot of selflessness, and a lot of compromise. And kudos to you for your 10 years of marriage. And I'm sure you've had your ups and your downs, right? And so it sounds like even in you're having some experiences where you maybe experience a kind of a moment in time in your marriage where it's not so great, right? And so I say to you that, listen, if you're married for 10 years, I'm sure you and your wife have grown, right? You're evolving. You're two different people. So you're growing, your mindset starts to change about different things. Your perspectives change because you're evolving. What happens sometimes, one partner may evolve at a different way than another person, right? Doesn't mean that you guys aren't compatible. You just have to begin to talk about these things, right? I think what happens is when you're in the marriage for that long a period of time, I think, and you're hitting, let's say, roadblocks or hitting the wall, it's important to perhaps seek counseling because somebody aren't getting their needs met. Now, I don't know what those may be, but oftentimes when there's friction in the marriage, someone isn't getting their needs met. And oftentimes when our emotions are involved and you've been married for such a long time, it's easy to shut down, just kind of avoid it and feel like I don't feel like being bothered. However, people tend to, I guess, cope with tension in the marriage. Because at the end of the day, you're still together. You have kids, and kids adds another mix to the situation, right? So it's definitely important to have have a heart to heart with your wife and say, listen, and be honest. You have to be honest with ourselves and try. I'm speaking from experience. We have to learn to be honest with ourselves in terms of how we're really feeling. Because like I said, we're individuals coming trying to make something work. And if you're having some feelings, you have to acknowledge that within yourself, saying, hey, I'm not happy. Right. And it may be hard to say that to the spouse or for your wife to say that. And it may be hard to hear, but we have to hear and be like, all right, so what do we do to move forward? How do we get back to a place of happy? Right. Or how do we go to a place of happy? Right.
So Ted, did that help you any? Or go ahead, Ted. What do you want to say?
Yeah, it kind of did, but I mean, she's always asking these days, like, I need space, I want space, and but we're married, and it's difficult for me to hear I want space, and we're married. You understand that?
Wait, Ted, what type of space is she talking about? Like, what do you mean space?
Yeah.
That's what I don't get and I don't understand. It's like when she says I need space, I'm trying to figure out what is this space that she needs? Does she need to grow? I don't get that, doctor.
What's her response when you ask her? When you ask her, what do you mean by space? What's the response?
Well, see, I think that could be part of the communication because I don't understand what she means by I need space. And so I really don't follow up on that question because I don't,
but Ted, you got to follow up on a question that you got to be like, what do you mean by space? Do you mean you need to go out and hang out with some friends? Do you need space as in you need to go live with your mom or go like what? You got to ask the question.
Yeah, I guess I got to work on the communication skills. I don't. For me, it's just difficult. I mean, when you've been with somebody so long, and then all of a sudden they just start acting distant, it becomes strange. It becomes weird.
Have you checked her cell phone? I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I was just kidding. Don't do that. No,
I think you need to ask, and you might need to check in with yourself about, okay, if she's saying that she needs space, what comes up for you? Is it fear? Are you growing anxious because she's asking for space? Because at this point, it doesn't sound like you even know what that space means, right? So you need to ask.
I don't.
So you might actually start asking. I mean, that's my thought. Like, why aren't you asking? And if it's fear, then you need to unpack that for yourself. Like, what am I afraid that she's going to say? Am I afraid I'm losing my wife? I mean, I can't speak for you, but there are a number of things you may be thinking of as to why you're not following up on that question. And what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Unknowingly, you're going to further push her away, because what may happen, you may, and I'm not saying this is what's happening, but if she's saying she needs space, you may find yourself becoming more needy, so to speak, and trying to figure out what's happening, what's going on, to find out what's, why this space is needed. It's something that I'm doing, because you might begin to internalize that and not even know why she needs space. And then just in general, as being in a marriage, everybody should have a level of space, right? You're individuals, you have things you like to do, you have a social circle, you have children, and it's good to have some space, right? That makes the marriage more interesting, because you can come back and share things that you're doing and what you did for the day and things like that. And so I encourage you to ask her what she means by space. And forward.
All right. And Ted, how are you listening to us on Free Agent Radio, right?
I'm listening on both apps, Free Agent Radio and Media Room 360.
Hey, Ted, thank you so much. After you ask the question, right? Don't be afraid. Call us back. I want to know what she says.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Be brave, Ted. Be brave, my friend. Be brave. Ask the question.
Now, doctor.
Thank you, Ted.
Thank you. I saw Shorty Doo-Wop earlier said, wait, what if someone is stubborn? How does she deal with someone that's stubborn and I guess not open to have that dialogue or sticking in their ways?
What I hear about that is a controlling narrative. Oftentimes when we're stubborn, there's a level of control we're trying to have over the outcome. So oftentimes that person may need to figure out, why am I being stubborn and not wanting to hear the needs of this other person, my partner or my spouse, or what have you, right? So if I give a little, what does that then mean for me? So again, that's a narrative of control. That's surfacing. And so how to manage that, I will flip the question and say, okay, so how do you think we can work this out? Whatever the question may be, flip it and say, okay, so what do you suggest we do in this situation? And then let them answer. And then you can control it from that end, right? So if the stubborn person, so to speak, feels like they still have the upper hand, if you flip the question, then fine, as long as you're getting your needs met in that way. You follow me? It doesn't make sense to go head to head with someone who's stubborn, because they're not going to hear you. They may shut down and further dig their feet in the sand. But if you flip the question and ask, well, what is it about the question that bothers you? Well, how can we, move forward in this area, whatever the question may be, whatever the situation may be, and they'll tell you, and then you'll still have control on that end for you, the person asking the question or seeking the needs.
Okay, all right.
Head up one-on-one, because it's not going to work.
Now, I'm just asking this question because when people say this, people think that and this is not anything personal with me. How important is the sexual relationship in a relationship? How important is it? Is that something that has to be crucially? Do we have to be in line with each other, or is it something where just because some people say when a person says that, they always claim it's the guy, but I know there are tons of women in marriages right now who might not be satisfied sexually on what's going on. So if a person says that, how do you go about even saying that to your partner?
That's a great question. I mean, if you're in a committed relationship, you have needs, right? And sex is one of them, right? It's an enjoyable situation. Actually, it's a stress reliever, have lots of it. But I think what happens is, again, we have to talk about what that looks like for that couple, right? In terms of what you need and the frequency and all of that stuff. There needs to be conversation even around that. What you like, what you don't like. How are we going to make this exciting? This can be a healthy thing. It doesn't have to be something that's unenjoyable. But it will be unenjoyable if you're not talking, communicating what your needs are, what your likes are, and what your dislikes are.
And once again, I've never been in that. Well, I was, but that's when I was married. Let me stop bringing that up, because that was a failure. But I don't want to bring.
How do you trust again? Is it possible to trust again after being cheated on? Like, is it truly possible?
Listen, it's hard. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it is definitely difficult. depending on what the infraction has been, cheating once, multiple times, it depends. Can people work it out? Yes, I definitely believe there is some therapy that needs to take place to get through that, right? There needs to be definitely a level of accountability of the person who committed the infraction to recognize what the impact of their choices has made, but also for the person who have been hurt, they need to really sit with themselves and ask, do I want to stay? Do I want to work this out? Maybe this is too great of an issue for me to bounce back and be okay with that. See, all too often that happens, and we try to say, oh, we can work it out and get back together because maybe on some level we don't want to be alone. We've been together for so long. I love him or I love her, and we go back, and then it happens again.
What I always wonder, why is it that we'll have examples like when people say, you know, you can't trust again or you can't forgive, and it's a personal decision, but why is it in public we admire so much that Jay-Z and Beyonce worked it out, and we admire so much that Kobe Bryant and his wife worked through it, and not only did they work through it, they worked through it in a public forum where millions of people knew what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
we're talking about celebrities, and you got people out here who are fans and who are, you know, whatever, and so they don't know the backstory. You don't really see what goes on behind the scenes. You don't know what went down. You just see what they show you, right?
Yeah, but in Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. I'm only bringing this up for the subject. In Kobe Bryant's case, we know what happened. Like and Jay-Z made a whole album about what happened. I'm just saying, it seems like a lot of people will see superstars work things out, and we act like they're just not normal people. Like, it can be worked out. Like, there are people who work it out.
It can be worked out, absolutely. But again, it goes back to communicating. It goes back to reestablishing your core values as a couple. It goes back to even you as an individual, reassessing with yourself as to, what do I want? Do I want this? Because again, it's not about what that person wants. It's like, you know what? I'm the one hurt. Do I want to go through this? And if the answer is no, then we have to communicate that as well. If the answer is yes, I want to stay, then we have to talk about, what does this look like? What's going to be different? And trust that the road is going to be challenging, because you're going to get the side eye, right? It's going to take time to build that trust. That means when you're talking about, I'm going to go out hang with the boys, you might get that side eye. Or if I'm going to hang out with girls, you might give her the side eye, right? See, I think what happens, we don't realize that when we commit infidelity, sometimes, not all the time, it creates a level of insecurity in your partner. So when you're trying to work it out, they don't feel secure that you're doing what you say you're doing, because the trust is an issue, right? They're dealing with the trust, dealing with their feelings. Sometimes people may internalize the fact that was I not good enough? Why did you cheat? Was something I did? Am I doing enough? I'm not saying all people do that, but there are people who may engage in that internalization of what may have taken place in that relationship. I think you can get through it. I think it has you have to really talk and be honest with yourselves and really evaluate that relationship.
Here's another thing I want to know. What are the I got to get the right word for it. Basically, the deal breakers before you get into a serious relationship, before you get into a marriage. What are the things that you guys have to see eye to eye on before you go forth in getting married, or just having somebody move in? Because, you know, a lot of people have moved in and stuff like that. What are the things that you got, like, you can't compromise this? What are some of the things if you don't agree on it, this relationship is going to have problems?
I mean, it depends. I mean, we all have different core values, but I think what's important, again, individuals coming together with their own stuff, it needs to be talked about. Like, listen, before we enter in marriage, and first of all, we need to really, I think people need to stop thinking marriage is going to be easy and it's fun. No, marriage is work. And are we ready to do the work? Right. All of that stuff, right? And so if someone mentioned the red flag laws, I don't know what the laws mean, but in terms of red flags, we see them all the time, but we may choose to ignore them, thinking, oh, it'll get better, or it's not a big deal at that moment. I think there needs to be conversation before marriage. I think there should be some premarital counseling that takes place before marriage. There needs to be a discussion of what the expectations will be before marriage. I mean, even down to the finances. I mean, we need to talk about stuff, life stuff. Not
Uh-huh.
just married, we're going to a honeymoon and we're going to be great, and then have, plan the wedding. That's all fun and dandy. You plan for a year, the wedding lasts for an hour or two, and you have a whole life to deal with. We have to talk about all these things before you really, seal the deal, if you will, in marriage.
Okay.
How idea of raising kids, your style of parenting. I mean, all these, and even your sexual health history. I think we don't have the conversation enough when we hook up with people.
Right.
What was your sex life like? Your health meaning? Are you bringing something into this marriage that I need to be aware of? I mean, some hard questions.
Like a former STD, you asked that question. Hey, have you ever had any STDs?
I mean, hopefully before marriage, you've already had that conversation in that relationship when you're courting. These are conversations that we don't have until after the fact. You're like, oh, well, yeah, you would have known had you had these conversations prior to, engaging. But at that point, when you're becoming married, there's a lot that should have been discussed in that courtship period, right?
Right.
Just when you get married, now you're really making some kind of some hard decisions and conversations about raising kids, finances, where you want to live, and all that stuff. How we moving together when we get married, all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, let's Cam. You got something?
No, I'm just taking in the information. I'm taking in.
If I've been married 3 times, am I the problem?
Yeah. And I say that.
wait. You
that was quick. That was quick.
All jokes aside, I'll say that if you've been married 3 times, you first stop getting married. 2, ask yourself, why aren't these marriages working? Because at this point, you're the common denominator. Like, what am I bringing into the marriage? Am I the toxic one? Am I seeking to fill some kind of void? What am I really looking for? Why can't I stay married to one person? I mean, all these questions should be processed. But that tells me a person who's married 3 times, there are some unhealed, unaddressed issues that exist.
Well, damn.
Going with the flow of the idea of being married, oh, that's great, and not really wanting to do the work, you get bored. I mean, you probably shouldn't get married then.
I mean, I get what you're saying with that. I do get what you're saying, but I think this thing about marriage is that it's so I'll just say it's such an unrealistic thing to figure out that at 23, I chose to be with this woman and we're going to stay together forever. Like, forever is a long time. Now, I know everybody wants to dream and everybody wants to stay with somebody forever. But if you're married and you got a good 10-year run, and then you guys, through life in a decade, you guys become different people, and you just become different people. It's not that I don't love you and you don't love me. We just became different people. I kind of get it, because it's like,
grew apart.
Some things happen, and I get what you're saying about the common denominator. 3 marriages, I get it. Like, I understand what you're saying, but there could be a whole bunch of situations that went along with that. You could have got married too young in the beginning. Then you could have, I don't know, maybe you wind up being with somebody who cheated on you. So now you're down with 2 marriages. So now you're really not the common denominator. You just made a bad decision, then you got cheated on, and then you're on the 3rd marriage. Like, I mean, but I get what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying. I think certain.
You said though, you made a bad decision. You got married young, so it's all in your choices. So you need to sit with yourself about the choices you're making. So why is marriage the answer? What are you looking for? Do you know who you are before you enter a marriage?
Yeah, and I agree with you once again with that. But choices in life, I mean, I don't. Jesus, if I go on all the bad choices I've made in life, like by mistake. I just, I get it. After the 3rd marriage, I think after the 3rd marriage, you probably, you should ask all those questions that you asked. You should really sit down and ask those questions.
And it could be people not taking the vow of marriage seriously. And so we don't realize the impact it has on other people's lives. And maybe you're right. Maybe the person was hurt in the course of the marriage. But at the end of the day, it falls back on you. So before you enter into any marriage again, you need to identify what you want and you don't want, and know those are red flags before you enter into a marriage. So if I'm just jumping into marriage, I'm not sitting with the person before marriage and kind of sensing, is this the person I want to be with? It feels good. Yeah, I got Google eyes right now and everything is rosy. So you think it's okay to get married? No, you got to. How you behaving when you get angry? What you like around your friends? You need to do some, do a little checklist.
Yeah, that checklist, boy. The checklist you got makes sense. Damn, I know people ain't doing that checklist. Go ahead, Jay.
What do you say to people that check cell phones and they just randomly look at a spouse's or a mate's cell phone? Is that more on their person, or are they just trying to make sure that things are on the up and up?
It depends. But when I hear the question, first thing that came into my mind was trust. Well, do you trust the person? What is it that is causing you to feel like you need to check a person's phone? It could be some insecurity on the person's part. I don't know, just kind of giving kind of this thought, but it could be a number of reasons why. But what comes to my mind is some trust issues and some possible insecurities as to why you're checking. It depends what you're checking. Maybe they gave him permission to check the phone one time, and so they feel like I can check the phone because this is my husband. I've got, maybe for I don't know the dynamic of the relationship. But again, if you're checking cell phones and the other person don't like it, that's a problem.
I mean, listen, I get into this stuff because I just think there's a certain point where it's not your phone.
It keeps honest people honest, though, right?
No, but it's not your, the means to an end doesn't justify it all the time. Mm-hmm. It's not your phone. Like, I can't go through my girl's pocketbook just because I feel like it.
Why not?
Because it's not my pocketbook. Like, at the end of the day, she's a person. I can't just be like, yo, I'm just going to go through her pocketbook and I'm going to check everything. Like, it's not mine. Like, if you want to ask permission and say, yo, can I check your pocketbook? And now that sounds crazy. Sounds crazy for me.
Does that sound crazy if he's expressing his thoughts and asking a legitimate question that he wants to know?
Well, my question is then asking yourself, why do I need to check your phone? Why do I need to go in your pocket? What am I looking for? The question really falls back on you. Like, what is motivating you to do that? Why? So no, I don't think the questions are crazy, but the question you should ask yourself, if you're the person checking the cell phones, and if you're the person going through pocketbooks, the question is why? Why are you doing that? Why do you feel led and the need to do that? Because you'll find something, somebody just said it, you'll find something you're not looking for and you get upset. So the question is, you got to start building, is a trust issue that's present, and then possible some insecurity. So the question I would then ask is, why are you doing it? Why you need to? If it happens, there needs to be a conversation like, hey, what was that about? But let's just be honest. Sometimes we're in relationships, men or a female may not be letting a person feel secure in a relationship, meaning not giving them reason to question that you're doing something. If you're moving in a way that you're becoming inconsistent, then you're giving a person reason to feel a little like, what you up to? So this is all, again, if we're not, being on the up and up in relationships, that may be a result because they're trying to figure out what's happening, what you're doing, because something's shifted, something's different. So if we're not giving a person the reason to feel insecure or distrustful of you, then that shouldn't be a problem. If they do it just from the door, and that's a problem. You might ask yourself, do I want to be with that person? If they're already coming in the door, checking my cell phone and digging in my pocketbook, that's a problem.
My last one, Mike. Is it normal to wake up from a dream that felt so real and like be angry at your spouse or partner? Like, is that normal? Just a little bit normal? Like, say if a dream really felt real and you were just angry, you looking at that person. Like, is that okay a little bit?
Absolutely. It happens all the time. Like, we're human. And what happens is if we've had an experience, while awake, and that situation was serious, we go to sleep thinking about that thing, and it can manifest itself in a dream. And
but Doc, you can't be mad at the person over a dream. You can't be mad at me because you had a dream.
No. You can't be mad at the person because you can't be mad at the person about a dream, but you can wake up upset.
You can wake up upset.
Is it normal to wake up upset, Mike? Don't try to discredit.
I'm just saying,
normal.
But you can't take that out on the other person.
It happens. I'm not saying that it's not normal, but we have dreams that feel hella real, and you can wake up with the different emotions: anger, sadness, horny, all types of things. It can manifest itself in different ways. So yeah, you ever have a dream, wake up crying or wake up terrified, and you call somebody up like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" I just had a crazy dream. I mean, it happens.
To have
You
emotions.
get mad at that person because you had a dream about.
Yeah, I just want to emphasize you can't now start questioning the person about the dream.
Right.
Right. You can't be like, yo, wake up.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
I just had a dream. Where the hell was you at Thursday? Now, I need to know on Thursday exactly where the hell was your ass around 3:30. You had a red top on. Where did you wear a red top to?
No, don't ask that question. No. I cut it out.
Who is Riley? In the dream, you had a red top. He drives a Nissan Sentra and his name was Riley. Who is Riley? I need answers. She waking up taking cold out her eye like, yo, who are you? What are you talking about? Don't give me what am I talking about. We need to talk. Turn the lights on. I just need that to be straight with Jay Black. I need Jay to understand the boundaries that you said. It's okay to be upset. It ain't okay to set the world on fire when you wake up. It ain't okay. that ain't okay. Doc, it's been a pleasure. How can they get in contact with you? Somebody needs your services.
So I have an IG page called, you can find me on IG at Dr. Tashina Reader. And there in that bio, there's a link. You can contact me. The website information is there. You can, contact me for therapy sessions, for coaching sessions, life coaching sessions. I do confidence building sessions with women. And I also do therapy specific to trauma. And so again, my IG handle is Dr. Tashina Reader. Bio's in a link. Click that link and you can find me and contact me.
Thank you so much. Hopefully we can have you again when we get onto our relationship topics, because things get a little heated and sometimes we need somebody rational to step in that has the word doctor in front of their name, because certain people, Jay Black, don't respect nobody unless they have a doctor in front of their damn name. We don't respect nobody's opinion unless there's a doctor in front of his name. We ain't talking about Dr. J. We ain't talking about Dr. Dre. We talking about there needs to be a doctor that has some. That's the only people he respects, or lawyers. Doctors and lawyers. That's when he goes like, oh, I got it. All right, I'm cool. All right.
As long as she's agreeing with me, or maybe I've
know.
never went to a therapist that didn't agree with me. I'm being honest. I've never had a therapist that didn't see my point and understood me. So yeah, it's cool.
All right. We're gonna end on
that,
We're gonna end the Doc. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking time out to be on the morning show. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. We will be contacting you. I hope you had a good time, because we're gonna need you back.
I had a great time. It was actually fun. Thank you for having me.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Jay Black behaved himself. He wasn't bad. No. I mean, he wasn't bad. I mean, he it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
Real thoughts.
The last thing I want Jay Black to do is give relationship advice, but that would be hilarious. I want to speak to Ted. Yeah, Ted called up, and for those who were on the IG Live, so Ted called up the therapist, and Ted was like, my wife of 10 years said she needs space, and we were like, well, what does space mean? And Ted was like, I didn't ask her, and I'm not a therapist, but Ted, you gotta stop being scared. You gotta stop being scary records, Ted.
Are you about to say man be a man?
I hate that man be a man stuff, because that is such a load of nonsense. Be a man. That's one of my pet peeves, when women got the nerves to be like, what you need to do is be a real man. What the hell you know about being a real man? What you know about what it takes to be a man? If a man can't tell a woman you need to be a real woman, don't tell a man to be a man. Because they stop it. But Ted, you gotta man up and ask. And I know it's scary to get that answer, because she might be like, spaces, I need to be away from you. Maybe away from you. And so you gotta ask. You can't be scary records, man.
But space, my wife always said, I don't do space. Space mean we breaking up, or that's the thought process with space. When I back in the day, when I need space.
It depends on how much it depends on how much is going on in the relationship. Like how often are the arguments? Like how intense is it getting? Like, space could be like, maybe she has some friends that she wants to go out with. And I'm not saying go to the club. I'm not saying go to the club and shake her ass. I'm not saying like go on. I'm not saying going. I mean, some people do space and they go on cruises and stuff. I don't know if I can do all that, but she might want to just have conversations with somebody other than us.
Nah.
I'm not really that great a person to talk to.
Oh, I see.
Ask Stacy. Stacy will tell you I'm not really a big talker. I'm really not. I'm only. I keep my mouth shut, and then when I open my mouth, I say the wrong thing. So I keep my mouth shut. But that's my answer to that. I keep my mouth effing shut. Like I didn't want to tell a doc. I just keep it shut because listen, at this age, I don't know how else to say stuff anymore. Like I don't know how. I don't know if I should whisper it. Like I don't know if I, I'm not. Jay's more of a talker. Jay wants to. He wants to do all angles on topics, and he wants to be like, well, I'm not good at it. And as crazy as that sounds, I talk for 4 hours with y'all, and I talk on stage, and I'm not good. Tight shirts. Oh, somebody's requesting my tight shirt song. It's so crazy that y'all requesting a tight shirt song. And I swear, when I was on that radio station, I got... It's so amazing, yeah.
Jacqueline, yes, a divorce lawyer. I'll look into bringing a divorce lawyer on, Jacqueline.
All right, Dave Burns has a comment. He said, question, my wife always wants to come with me when some guy friends invite me over to hang out with them. One of my guys said that he does the same thing, that so we can prove to them that we're not messing around with other women. And little do you know, she see a bunch of guys and no women in the room. What other way I can say that to her, y'all? Look, man,
I misunderstood. Cam, you broke that down. What is he saying, Cam?
No, he's saying he's going every time he goes to his friend's house.
He wants to go out and be a guy. She wants to come tag along.
So
sometimes a guy needs to be a guy. She doesn't need to come. Fall back.
No, and she says, and then when she sees there's a room full of guys, little do you know, she see a bunch of guys and no women in the room. What other way can I say that to her, y'all? There's no other way you can say it and say, listen, I don't know why you keep wanting to come with me to my boys. First of all, when you're the dude who brings your girl to the guy's room,
that's never dope.
It's never dope. It always first of all, guys can't be guys now.
You look crazy.
Now guys can't have guy conversations.
Changes the mood. Yep. Changes the mood.
That's like you going with her to the salon.
Exactly.
You don't think your girl be talking that ish at the salon? Well, of course she does. I don't need to be there.
Do girls talk trash at the salons?
Oh God!
Yeah, it goes down.
What? She's insecure. Period. Ashley says David's wife is insecure. Wow.
I mean, if I'm going to watch the football game, you got to come with me. If I'm going over Cam's house to play PlayStation, you got to come with me. I don't know what to do, except you got to be like, no, I'm going out with my boys.
And then she get attitude. Then what? He want a happy house, so he like, why can't I go?
I don't know, man. This FaceTimer, I don't know. FaceTimer you're still gonna look like crazy, but FaceTimer when you're there, I guess. But
He's a sucker. He's a sucker, Mike.
But Dave, are you asking her to do the same thing? Who's a sucker for what?
No, I'm saying that's what we'll say to you. We see you already FaceTiming. Hey, Stacey, I'm just here with the guys.
Here, you see there's no women here.
Get out of here.
Claudia said, women speak freely everywhere we gather. Believe it. They do. They do. And I don't want to be around it. Because what a group of women don't want to hear is what a real dude has to say about what y'all talking about. And I don't want to ruin your day. I don't want to ruin your day. I don't want to ruin your function. Cam and I talked about this. I had to start telling DJs not to bring their girl or wife to our violated DJ. Like, dog, what are you bringing wifeys to a violated DJ meeting? Or what are we doing? Is she bringing a Serato? Is she going to spin? Like, what is she doing? She got a playlist? She got a Spotify?
Yo, my ex used to go everywhere. Want to go everywhere with me every time.
No, you're right about that.
Everything.
Why did I even know it? Why? I didn't even notice.
Everything.
Yo, you're right. I never even peeped it. That is funny. Well, I was drinking a lot. That wasn't gonna bother me. I was like, all right, well, hey, how you doing? Want a double shot? Hey,
what we drinking tonight? Yeah.
who we drinking? Don Payne said, got to learn to pick and choose your fights, and that's a fight I'm having. Okay, let's take the word. But y'all, let's take the word. See, this is my problem. Let's take the word fight out. Let's turn it into a discussion. See, this is my issue with myself. Let's turn it into a
fight, though.
Yeah, the doctor said communicate. You just got to effectively communicate those thoughts, and that's what we struggle with. No,
here goes Shawnee. Shawnee can never leave.
Goes,
Here she goes. So some men do the same thing, want to tag along everywhere. You're right, but guess what? A woman didn't leave a comment. A woman didn't leave a comment saying her man wants to be everywhere. It was a man who left a comment. Yes, FaceTime is good, and I still do FaceTime to prove that to her I'm with my boy. See, that's even bad. Like I suggested that, but that's even bad that you gotta have proof that you're.
I mean, peaceful house is a big deal. So if that's all it's going to take for his household to be
in
peaceful,
other words, he can't be anywhere where there's women.
That's another.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how crazy is that? There's people everywhere, men, women. Like, come on, that's
no. But to keep it peaceful, Cam.
I
need you to do that FaceTime. If it's going to make or don't go, don't go.
Too many people in the world. Too many people in the world.
But my thing is, like, let's say the person FaceTimes and he had no control that a chick came with her dude. He did the same thing, and now he FaceTimes. See, Shawnee, see, she go, Dave, you must have cheated. It can never be nothing for a man. A man can never ever complain with that being brought up. Ever.
Let's see what Dave says.
Hey, Dave, did you cheat? Leave the comment. Let us know if you cheated on the comments.
Come on, Dave.
And just keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. I don't care if Shawnee's right. Keep it a buck. But my thing is, like, let's say you FaceTime and it happens to be somebody there. There was a story, right? There was a story. A person. It was a person, right? It was a female. And she had shared a story way back in the day. She shared a story. She said her man was so protective that she couldn't go to the gym, right? Because there would be dudes there, right? Okay. So she found this secluded gym. And dudes, he meant black dudes, right? So she found a gym with white people. She found a gym with white people. Right? He happened to pop up at the gym. She knew the pop-up was coming. She knew it was going to happen. She was cool. She popped up in the gym and there was one black dude in the gym. And he said, I thought there was no N-words up in here. What you gonna do now? Like, wait, there's nothing you can do. You gotta
control the world, man. That's BS.
Dave said didn't cheat.
Look at that. More reason you shouldn't have to FaceTime. I ain't FaceTiming nobody.
But now they're gonna say, well, maybe she's cheating, and that's what her insecurity. She's throwing her insecurities on
who's cheating on? Yeah,
that's what's gonna be next.
Y'all just had Dave. Look, realize who you taking advice from. Everybody on here has been divorced, so I'm just giving you warning. Don't be running with this advice and thinking it's absolutely correct. Not for cheating.
Not for cheating, Dave. I got you, bro.
Some people have been divorced more than once. Yeah, no.
I just say, Dave, you need to have a conversation. Like, come on, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm hanging out with the same dudes, and like, come on. And did I ask him? Does he make her FaceTime? Do you make her FaceTime when she goes out? I wonder if he makes her FaceTime.
I got a feeling that Dave is probably a low key guy. He's not looking the rough.
Look at Shawnee being a typical ovaries. Something happened, Dave. Why?
Dave trying to keep the peace.
Why can't guys just be unhappy? Why can't guys just be like, yo, I didn't do nothing. All I'm doing is going with the boy. And to top it off, he's brought her around the dudes. He's already been like, he's made the sacrifice. Damn it, homie. I feel bad for Dave.
Yeah, he said he's not cheating. He said, he's not cheating.
I feel bad for it. It's not like you couldn't lie to us, Dave, but still, I'm riding with you. Like, I get it.
Team Dave. We Team Dave over here.
Team Dave, don't FaceTime. Don't do that like crap.
Don't.
And then he get kicked out.
That was Cam. Cam said that.
Yeah, Cam said it. Yeah.
Don't mess up that happy home.
Mess around with Cam. Yeah.
Right.
He start poking his chest out. He get husky, like, you know.
Oh, wait. He said she FaceTimes me. Jesus. Oh, so y'all do this.
So it's mutual.
Oh, so what the hell do you want? Y'all doing the FaceTime games.
Oh, jeez.
Well, she was like that before you married her. Your fault. No, it's not his fault for her dysfunction. You don't blame Dave for her dysfunction. Y'all women don't take responsibility for nothing.
For nothing. Nathan. That's the problem.
Women literally take responsibility for nothing that goes
no
wrong.
Ownership. Always collecting.
Ashley, your FaceTime, if your relationship was, you do it. You want to keep it, I'm not doing it. You would.
You have to live and learn in relationships. Everyone isn't perfect. You're exactly right. I'm just saying, damn, y'all women really, like, it don't matter what happened. Y'all, man, goodness gracious, boy. Claudia, her comment, nothing you do will make up for another's insecurity. Sometimes it's just not your fault, Dave. Hey, Dave, you got a female. She's Team Dave. Team Dave. Team Dave. Anybody in my Instagram live, if your spouse or significant other told you you have to FaceTime them every time you go out to prove where you at, would you do it?
I have to fight every night.
Turned into a kid. Now you're a grown person. Now you're a kid again.
I want to know on Instagram live, and anybody who wants to comment, keep commenting. Not after 25 years, Jay. Damn, 25 years. Who said 25? Is that
no, I was saying to ask you if her dude needed her to FaceTime, she'd do it. She said no, not after 25 years. Like, all right, what it is what it is. She probably tired of being with him at this point too.
And Dave says Shawnee has a point. What point did Shawnee have? Oh, that she was like that before y'all got whatever. Man, Team Dave, don't mess up us being on your team. Don't make us shut you down right now. Don't make us get off your team. I think that's a good question, actually. Should you FaceTime to let your significant other know that you're at where you're at?
If that makes them happy and feel comfortable, I don't see what the problem is.
Jay, you think anything that makes you happy and makes you feel comfortable, it legit has to be done.
Here's why Jay says it, because Jay's going to flip it and want the same thing done. He's just using her as the example.
Thank you,
I mean, the reality of FaceTime is not stopping somebody from cheating. Chill. I mean, we all, slow down, hold up. Hey, see, ain't nobody here.
But that's why I don't get why everybody's
not stopping anything.
Why does everybody do it? Like, honestly, text me when you get there and just let me know you got there safe. And how about this? If I call you and I need you, just answer the phone. That's all.
Now that's the problem when you don't answer.
Kathy said, I wish I would FaceTime a call to show where I'm at. Damn, can you call and let me know you got there, Kathy? Do you have to get militant on us? Jesus, do you have to turn into godly? Hey, fellas, what's up, real Jonah Wright? If I got to do that, I don't want him. She says, if I got to do the FaceTime, I don't want him. Okay. Anybody else on our Instagram live? Would you FaceTime just to keep a happy home? Would you just FaceTime like I'm here? No, laugh out loud, Mike. You cracking me up. Dave, we're just trying to ride for you, my dude.
We got you. We holding you down, Dave.
We just want you to be able to go see your boys and not have to make a FaceTime movie to prove that you're there for the first 10 minutes. Most of the time,
I'm clowning you for the first 15 minutes when y'all get together. Make sure you FaceTime her. I know I'll be wearing them out.
Shiny going with the control. Not the comfortable,
and I got to FaceTime.
Not making your mate feel comfortable and secure and happy, and it's simple. Move on, get it done.
Hold on. Dave said I can be at a wing stop with guys, and she still want to FaceTime me. Listen up.
That's too much.
You created this.
That's too much.
Even though, listen, if you ain't doing nothing,
sure, ain't nothing but wings out here.
No. What's up? No. But we're not gonna stay on the FaceTime. You ask me boom. Hey.
Show
boom.
me the room. Spin around. I want to see everybody in the room.
He said, "Show me the room. Spin around."
And slowly do it. So don't be doing too fast.
I think it's Jonna. I hope I'm saying your name right, sweetie. Jonna Wright said, "A quick text is fine. A quick text. I'm here. I made it." That's cool. The proof of life text is enough for my teenage kids. So same for my dude. Bam! Your teenage kid says I'm here. Really? Yes! He created this monster. Once he FaceTimed the first time, it's on and popping. That's it. Now you're done.
That's why you never do it.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're done.
Don't create no habits you don't want.
Shiny's head is going to explode. I see Sexy Mo in the waiting room too.
FaceTime is for emergencies, actually. Even though I FaceTime, but I'm not in the same state as my family and my fiance. So I FaceTime all the time. But FaceTime is like, yo, let me get in touch with you. You know, hold up. Another comment. If you got to know all whereabouts, no trust, no good. See, I get wanting to know the whereabouts of your significant other simply because you want to know where they're at just in case, or you want to know. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I get what you're saying. I can't disagree with that. I mean, to each his own. All right, bring Sexy Mo in here because Sexy Mo says she faced. That's what I was saying too, but I was wrong. What were you saying too, Shawnee? Put pop, Shawnee, just pop up. My God, your fingers are bleeding.
She was doing the you. She said she wasn't just saying it right. She was saying it. It all came out wrong.
What, Shawnee? What? We can't hear you. We can't. You were so busy. Your fingertips are bleeding right now. You just gave yourself some Chinese martial arts torture right now.
That's what I was saying.
What were you saying?
He created that. That's his fault. He should have shut all that down from the beginning. And then that wouldn't have been happening.
Yeah, but you also said she was like that. Okay, all right. So okay.
Yeah, he could have been cheating. Yeah, something happened. Something, and so he said he wasn't cheating. So if he wasn't cheating, she was like this before they got married, and he just ignored that and thought it was going to go away.
My point with you is it's never the woman's fault, right?
No, I'm saying she need to get it together. You know,
put
yourself together, sis. Get it together.
All right, somebody said, Dave, I can't see controlling and insecure. Get out of that. Stop it with the get out of. Y'all so quick to tell people to get out of something.
Walk away. He like it. That's why he's staying. I mean, and that's good that you hanging in there, Dave. Dave said he being faithful, so that's good. But if
that was me,
I'd be out. I'd be out of there. Other than facing
you better than me. Yo, you better than me, yo. You way better than me.
You way better than me, yo. There's nowhere in the world I stay in there. God, y'all gotta be kidding me right now. Let me tell you something. I may not agree with people's advice. I may have different opinions. I will never tell anyone to leave. I don't do that unless there's some physical violence going on. Unless somebody is laying their hands on you or verbally abusing. I'm not telling you to leave and be like, yo, you need to be out of here. Because when you leave, guess who won't be there for you? Me.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be up there helping you pick up the pieces. You should have listened to me.
I can't cuddle with you. I'm going home to cuddle my own joint.
Yeah. Because I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving my situation.
So he's going to keep proving that she's wrong. Okay, I get it. He's going to keep proving to her
just for the rest of his life.
He's going to keep proving it.
That's insecure. That's insecure. That's a you issue, not a me issue. That's insecurity.
Well, my thing is, if that's what you guys do, and y'all been doing it, like once again, I listen, man. I'm just telling you, it is a bit much, but
the mic, I agree. Yeah, I actually got 25 years in. That's dope.
And when you get 25 years, what the hell are you checking anything for? Where are you going if you do find out? It's 25 years.
I'm going to the basement.
What are you doing?
I'm sleeping in the other room.
I'm just gonna curse you out for weeks. That it was 25 years. Like, really? I'm gonna take this from the top. Start from day one. Trust and believe it. And if you do leave, you never get married again. Don't go back in them waters. After 25 years, don't even come back. Don't
It's hard out here.
Come back.
It's hard out here. You don't want to date out here now. You don't want to date out here now. You swipe left, it's all bad. Michael Jackson bad.
You gotta be kidding me. 25 years, sex ain't even the same. You talking about bills while you having sex. 25 years, everything is just manual. Everything you in manual mode.
Every stroke. This light bill real high. To the left.
You be kidding me. Y'all both watching Netflix while y'all having sex. Y'all both watching it.
Yeah, wait a minute. Be quiet. I can't hear.
Good. And guess what? Nobody gets offended. You just go, my bad.
Funny.
I mean, let me see what they do.
Yeah, exactly. 5 years. Jesus. 5 years. You already know at 7:30 on Tuesday y'all doing it. Going to the car and crying, coming back. All right, let's get to these stories. I got a haircut today. I gotta get this. Man, listen.
We got a dentist appointment. Yeah, we gotta go.
Who got a dentist appointment?
I do. I got a cavity to get filled. So yeah.
You want a damn cavity? You too grown to be having no damn cavity.
From all that bacon.
Grown ass
Scrapple.
You the only one. What is in your bacon? You got bacon made by Snickers? Like what?
That maple syrup.
You got syrup involved with his French.
The syrup. Kathy says I had a coworker that said if his wife leave him, he coming with her. Yeah, that sounds crazy. But I after 25 years, but that sounds crazy.
Oh man,
we in this.
There's got to be a bad feeling when somebody leave. Anybody got left in here other than me? Even though
I did.
You got left.
Well, do you know what? The dude I was dating for like a year and a half, I didn't know he was engaged to somebody else and he got married.
You missed the signs. You missed all the signs.
I was working too much. I ain't paying enough attention.
Been there.
Wait a second. So how'd you find out he was engaged? Like he broke
At
up
the
with
beauty
you?
shop? No, his cousin was doing my hair and his sister was there and the cousin said, "Are you the girl he getting ready to marry?" And I was like, "No, we ain't talking about none of that."
So, oops.
And so the sister was like, "Well, I didn't want to say nothing."
That's a dry snitch. That was a dry snitch.
I'm like, "Girl, you hang out with me, you go out of town with me, what? You couldn't
So
tell me?"
You had this story for how many weeks and you just bringing this up? Like for real? Like
I mean, but like the whole family. I was at the family reunion. Like a couple weeks before that, the whole family.
So the whole family was in on this spoof. Like what?
And they talking to me. I guess she wasn't there. I don't know.
Damn. Yeah, if you went, how is that your fault? If you go to a family reunion,
right,
and you don't get any sense of nothing, and they all saying hi, and they know you came with him.
Yeah, they knew. My kids were there. Everything.
You brought the kids too?
Yeah, like they knew my kids, like everything. That's what I'm saying. I was like, well, maybe I work too much. I ain't paid attention enough.
He dirty. Good thing you got
the
out of
scandal
there.
of it all.
All right, man. We got to talk more about. Shorty be having some stories.
That's why she hard on. That's why she hard on men.
Yeah, that's why she can't stand. She can't stand some damn scrotums.
I love men. I just don't have no patience.
I know that's girl.
What the hell,
No
Ashley? What is this? Sadly, he was murdered in February. So my 4 sons is all the males I'm looking forward to for a good. Well, we're sorry to hear that, Ashley. Like,
sorry to hear that.
Very sorry to hear that. Like, I don't know where it came from. I'm sorry, sweetie. Like, please tell us that up front so we, so now, so anything I said that was hilarious, I apologize. Look at me. I said anything I said that was hilarious, not funny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And we go back together, rocking for 20 years now. Don Page, he broke up with somebody and they went back together. Yeah, after 20 years, just hang in there, man. Just hang in there. All right, Mo, get to a story. Come on, let's go. Allegedly with Sexy Mo, y'all.
So speaking of couples and marriage, T.I. and Tiny, I hate reporting on them because, they're low-key one of my favorite couples. But T.I. and Tiny are adding more trouble to their legal woes. As soon as one door closed, Michael Shawn, another one opens. Now, a criminal complaint has been filed just as the Vegas complaint was closed. A woman filed a police report stating back in like the early 2005, she met T.I. and Tiny in a club. So she said she accepted a drink from Tiny. And they had a little small talk. After that, the couple actually asked them, "Hey, you want to come back to wherever they were staying?" So she claims T.I. persuaded her to go to the bathroom and take a shower with them. She alleged that T.I. led her back to the bed, turned on some porn, and said, "Hey, rub me down with this oil." So then she said Tiny jumped in, added into the little bit of fun. And before she knew it, from the back, she claims that T.I. came from behind and stuck his toes in her vajayjay.
Oh, wow.
So she goes on to, make allegations against T.I. saying that, hey, T.I. told me, I got to go get a condom. And when he said that, she felt sick. She threw up. And she said she just basically woke up. She blacked out, woke up, and she felt sore down there, and it was burning. So the police they've taken a statement, of course, because they have to. They're going to investigate, but the police have not reached out to Tiny and T.I. yet in regards to this particular allegation. But this is adding to the multiple allegations against them. Now, if you remember the Vegas case, this lady alleged back in 2010, she met Tiny in the airport. They had some small talk, and Tiny invited her back to the hotel wherever they were staying, and she claims that they drugged her.
When does the drugging happen? Because she got a drink at the club. The first story.
The pattern of most of these women is that they are accepting a drink or they're drinking. Okay. Drinking is involved in all of these cases. They keep saying, "Oh, I had a drink and then I didn't feel right. I had a drink, I woke up." But so some people are weighing in, and some experts are weighing in to say that if you had some type of date rape drug or you've been drugged, how do you recollect all of the particulars of what happened?
And that's what I was about to interject and say, how do you get from a club to the house, get into a shower,
right,
get a toe in your vagina and all that? That don't even I don't even like.
I mean, she did go on to say that she had drinks before Tiny allegedly offered her this drink, and she drank with her. So that's another factor in there. She was already drinking, but again, if you're drinking and you've been slipped some type of mind altering drug, how do you remember? And this is from 2005, so you know how the memory works. When you get into talking about that short-term, long-term memory, sometimes you start to fill in the gaps for yourself. It may not have happened, but it may be real for you. Now, they're no secret to, being very sexual beings. But however, T.I. has said in the media, any type of sexual interactions I've had have always been consensual with any woman.
Mm-hmm.
So toes in a vajayjay. Okay.
Back to that.
I'm like, was it the big toe or was it like the first and second? Did he spread them and put like the first two and the last two?
That was different.
I couldn't imagine being on all fours as a woman, and you think you're about to get hit with the vitamin D, and then it's toes.
It's a foot.
It's a foot.
Listen, whatever the ploy is right now. I'm telling y'all,
cases. None of them so far that have made it to the media are like immediate cases or cases that have happened this year, last year. A lot of them are surfacing, and they appear to be in the same pattern.
Yeah,
2010, 2005. We talking about 15 years ago. I don't know what I had for breakfast yesterday.
And why are they just now coming out?
But this is what I'm trying to say is that. What I was trying to point out is that this is bad for Tiny and T.I. because this is always the ploy. This is the Shawn Watson ploy. This is the Bill Cosby ploy, which is why Cosby's in jail. This is I shouldn't say a ploy for that dude. I shouldn't say a ploy, but this is what happens when they start gathering all these people. Then the public is going to say what they always say. Everybody can't be lying. They know all they have to do is get people with allegations. And then what they do is they get all the allegations and then they get one person that says, I'm going to take it to court.
Right.
And then public opinion blows up and says, everybody can't be lying. Now, I know this has turned real messy because T.I. is super quiet on Instagram. I haven't seen anything about his podcast. Which he was promoting heavy, and the podcast had gained super traction.
Right.
T.I. had fungus on his foot, I guess. Jesus, gosh, goodness gracious.
I mean, because she did wake up and say that her vajayjay was sore and it was burning. So we all know.
I love when people say the vajayjay was burning that fast. Like you caught the STD that fast. Like, stop.
You can burn from friction.
Yeah, but
and it's not a STD, but like if the condom is dry,
right.
You can.
Tiny and T.I. may have been set up. Doesn't surprise me what people do for money. I'm telling you, this is a dangerous situation right now.
It sure is.
And goodness gracious, like Man,
It's definitely a slippery slope.
And it's almost like you gotta. It's almost like if you're gonna live that lifestyle, you better record everything. You
Or be like Beyonce and make people sign a non-disclosure.
Yeah, but even a non-disclosure, if a crime is committed, they can break the non-disclosure. A non-disclosure can't stop you from saying you were raped.
This is true.
Oh man, I'm not saying everyone can't be raped.
It's bad for the brand because the T.I. and Family Hustle brand. It's just bad all the way around.
Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you what I don't give a damn about right now is a effing brand because they trying to lock these mother up.
I mean, I said all the way around. I mean, it's all the way around, but you have to actually prove. You have, you know what I mean? So these are allegations. And what happens with allegations, I can allege all I want, right? But I have to provide some level of proof. And that's going to be difficult. That's going to be difficult. Now, in civil suits, that's different. You know, a lot of times these attorneys try to bring it to trial first so that they can go ahead and and set it up for the civil suit to get the money. So there's one attorney who was actually taking all of the clients or most of the clients on and trying to build a
it always is. One lawyer gets it happened to Shawn Watts. And Todd, I just want to say I didn't say everyone can't be lying. I said that's what the public's gonna say. Everyone can't be lying. I didn't say everyone can't be lying because the fact of the matter, everyone can. If they're put in the right situation and they're organized correctly. That whole thing, everybody can't be lying. You lying out your ass. There's a lot of situations where everybody conspired to lie. You see how OJ got off when he got a certain amount of people that went down to rock out with him. Everybody can lie. Yes, they can. But I'm not saying I didn't say that. That's what everybody's gonna say. So what's your next story? Man, I hope this ain't true. I hope
it's not true. I hope I hope people are not just trying to capitalize off of people's lives because, like you said, this definitely turn bad. It's criminal, and they could face jail time. So, hey. Speaking of court, Michael Shawn, I know you're tired of me talking about Tristan Thompson, but he is still in hot water while he's trying to prove that he's not smashing Sydney Chase. He's been placing like a whole legal muzzle on her mouth to try to get her to stop talking about pause to try to not get her to talk about, hey, I have been smashing you while you have been trying to patch things up with Chloe. Don't lie. I have receipts. And she's still pressing forward past that cease and desist that he put out. But he's actually seeking a default judgment against Kim Alexander, who actually accused him of being, her baby dad. So he keeps saying, no, it's not me. I got paternity tests. And I'm like, okay, bring the receipts. Because what a paternity test, of course, they named the defendants, they named the people involved. But he hasn't proved that yet. He hasn't provided that yet. But he states in a court document, he's a proud, loving father of 2 children. And he feels like Kim Alexander's claims against him have hurt his endorsements because, companies view him as a bad athlete or a troubled athlete. So he acknowledged
what company was coming to have you be the face of their company?
Now
Michael Thompson, what effing company was coming to see your mediocre basketball playing ass to make you the face?
Nobody.
He ain't on no Wheaties box no time soon.
When did Nike offer you your own signature line? When did Nike offer your sneak? Come on, Tristan.
Ain't no Tristan Thompson's dropping no time soon. Ain't nobody standing in line. Ain't Jay's. But, this sounds like a momager move. This sounds like, Chris has got something to do with it. Kris Jenner. This sounds like that she's trying to, help cover up the situation. Because, she protects Chloe. She protects her kids.
No, I get it. What do you women get out of proving that somebody cheated with you? What do you get out of that?
Well, Sydney Chase pulled out them receipts and showed where Chloe DM'd her. She ain't playing.
But what does she want?
So what does she want? Even if he did cheat with her, what the hell does she want?
So she still hasn't stated that. I think that she just wants she's tired of Tristan making her out to be a liar. And so since it's hit social media, she feels like she's compelled to respond. She's compelled to defend herself.
So you okay with being the one that was smashing him out while he was with Chloe? You okay with that perception?
Well, she claims that he told her that Chloe and him weren't together anymore. And of course, when it hit the media that they were trying to patch things up, that's when it got nasty. It's a woman's
okay, so now, oh man, y'all gotta get a life. Some of y'all women, some of y'all gotta get a real life, yo. Some of y'all cats out here. And Tristan, you a dumbass because Tristan just sit up here and keep slinging this, and I just leave Chloe.
Well, he ain't no angel because remember his first baby.
I know.
That whole
I just said he'd been slinging it all around constantly. He was a slinger. Go ahead. Man, Jesus, God,
Tristan the slinger.
This is exactly why. Why you think this? Oh my God.
Well,
we energy into playing basketball. He'd be an all-star.
He'd be an all-star. He put that much energy into it. Yeah. Golly.
Well, he's looking, Michael Shawn, to seek he's to collect that $100,000 in libel charges that damages that the judge had granted him. So let's see if he get the money. I doubt that she even got 100 racks. She probably don't even have 10 racks in bank.
And when was the good old days when an athlete had to be a star to be talked about? Remember the good old days when you had to actually be a star?
Well, you know, dating a baby by Chloe has kind of like up his status. It gave him street cred.
He's part of the Kardashian clan now.
Remember there was a time when your mom had to know the athlete's name in order for us to care about the athlete. Like my mom would know Michael Jordan. My mom don't know no damn Tristan Thompson. Like we don't know him.
Chloe baby father. That's what that's what everybody, Chloe baby father. Nobody really knew him for sports.
God.
Until he started dating Chloe.
All right, well, next story, please. Just come on. Just Tristan Thompson. God.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It seems like
and he's worth probably like 70 million, so I'm not downplaying his pockets.
Oh no, he got money in the bank.
Amount of money for real.
He definitely got money.
This guy,
Tristan the Slanger. That's gonna be his new name. He's just slanging it everywhere. Tristan the Slanger.
All right, go ahead. What's the next story?
So, Michael Shawn, apologies. Everybody's saying sorry these days, and Joe Budden is no stranger. Right now, he's giving me the whole like political apology, come off right now. He has, come out and said that he's taken, a formal apology on behalf of himself and the network that he works for, that he's on, that his podcast was on, for, saying sexually suggestive things on air to DJ Olivia Pope. Now, out of this, he has, of course, made on-air remarks. He said, as a podcaster, it's my job to address topics and create dialogue around them. And we all get it, right? But he said, I didn't handle the topics with sensitivity or the sensitivity they deserve. So, he's backpedaling. It sounds very structured. That sounds like a PR apology. Just because his podcast is not on now doesn't mean that he's not trying to set up his next situation. So he's doing damage control.
Got it. Go ahead.
So, of course, Olivia, she has spoken out. She said the experience has been very traumatic and at best embarrassing. And she said the only reason why she continued on that particular episode was because she was just trying to not kill the vibe of the show. And so she said she just kind of ate the comments and ate how he kept coming at her. So that, just for the sake of the show, which, we've all been there in a situation, whether it was professional or personal, where we kind of like laugh things off that have made us uncomfortable. So, I'm pretty sure that she's going to sue the network, especially since Joe Budden has come out and formally apologized and put the network in his apology.
Look, I saw the video. Y'all can get mad at me. Yeah. I saw all the clips.
Mm-hmm. And so what they have done is they've actually, now they're removing, he said they're going to remove them from all social platforms. But I don't know how he's going to do that because people screenshot, they record, repost. I mean, what are you going to do? Have the post police every day, all day, looking for that particular clip? It's impossible.
Okay. I saw all the clips. I don't even get this shit. I saw all the clips.
Mm-hmm.
I saw people giggling.
Mm-hmm.
They got into this thing. He called it a B word in the funniest way. And then they got into a whole conversation of how a gay guy can call her the B word, but he can't call her the B word. He didn't even say like B. He was like, if you don't just press the button B, and they giggled and they were like, did you call her a B? And now now this whole thing is like a gay guy can call you a B, but a straight guy can't call you a B. And then they showed the other clip. I just don't see it. And I saw all the people going in. I'm not even.
He did say off air that, you know, that he has made, you know, inappropriate comments and suggestive nature to her as well. So I think it's a combination of everything. Again, it's about how it made her feel, or how she's saying it made her feel at the time of why she's, you know, pressing forward with this.
And this is going to be the problem. When a dude doesn't want to have women on his podcast, then he's going to get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
When he's scared that he might say something to offend them, then they're going to slay him for he doesn't have women on his podcast. Yeah, I'm telling you, when I watched the video, I would have gotten in trouble the same way. I didn't even see any tension at all.
So here
you know how far to go, Mike. You know what lines not to cross.
No, when I'm telling you, when he said bitch, when y'all watch it, I've said it like that to women who I've worked with. Like, if I just want y'all to watch the one clip where literally he's not even looking at her. He's like, man, if you don't press the button there. And all of a sudden he was like, did you call her? He was like, what? He said,
but I'm like, some other stuff was probably going on behind the scenes.
Right.
I mean, like on here, you done said some stuff to me, but behind the scenes, we have a relationship too.
I'm just saying,
go ahead.
You're
not a jerk or an asshole.
But how do we know this for sure? Because the video evidence that she's showing us, I don't see it. And now, behind the scenes, all I'm saying is this. Now, when somebody says, I am not even taking the chance of somebody taking something the wrong way. I'm not even going to take the chance. So I'm just going by the video I saw. I was like, what is she talking? Every time she said, at 20 minutes and 15 seconds, this is what happened. So I was waiting for the video so I can be like, yo, I'm not even a Joe Budden fan. I was waiting to be like, yo, Joe tripping, can't wait to see it. And then I said, okay, maybe not one. The next one. And then she went to 20 minutes and some like 25 minutes and she played it. And I watched it and I said, what happened?
What I miss?
Like, I literally missed the second one. The second one, the B word, when they made a point of it, I was like, oh, all right. You can't play with that one, and that you can't say that, but a gay guy can say it. Let me tell y'all what y'all not gonna start telling me is that a gay guy with a penis can call you a B, but I can't. No, we're not gonna blurry that line. But fine. I said I got that one. It was the second one that I still don't know what she was mad at.
So that and there, I think, it lies the crossroad there, because Mike, then it becomes a matter of subjective. It's a matter of how the person who it was, intended for, how they feel. And so I think that's where the crossroad comes, where, we're looking at it like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Or what was the problem? She said it was traumatic for her. Maybe she's never been called a bitch before.
This is called, he just fired those two guys and the network is mad. And this is the setup. Y'all can't see how ironic is this, that immediately after it happens and he blasts off on them and they probably still got to get their contracts paid. Like, just because Joe Budden said you're in breach of contract, you're not a lawyer.
Right.
You don't know nothing about breach of contract. So now, all of a sudden, boom, somebody comes up with the clips. I'm like, and I'm not even, look, Joe Budden does what he does. And sometimes I think he is entertaining. And sometimes I think there is a dysfunction. But I don't know to do like that. I've met him like twice. I don't know to do like that. So I'm not, that's why it's hard to defend Joe Budden, because I don't feel like defending Joe Budden. It's going to get to the point where how are we going to have these dialogues where now it's like everything you have to watch. How do you do a podcast and have to watch every word that comes out your mouth?
You can't. It becomes less authentic by the moment when you're doing that. That's the whole, reason behind having this lane is because you're able to speak your mind. You're able to, kind of identify with some of your listeners. You're able to be free. Really, it's a freedom, a platform for you to be really free on your speech and your thought process. So I think that again, with him coming with this formal apology, everybody's setting their situation up for the next move and protecting themselves. And I think that that's all that was. I don't think personally that he really felt like he was in the wrong. I feel like he's just doing it to protect, protect his brand again.
And my moral is Jay Black was right. When Mike told me I was gullible, this was all a stunt and it was fake. And I said, no, Mike, I've been following this. This is real. Jay Black was right.
Remember when I was right?
That's all I got to say.
Hey, Shawnee, remind him when I was right.
Validation Wednesday.
Tap in.
No, I don't think he saw it.
When Mike was right.
Tap in.
Hit it one more time.
When Mike was right.
Tap in.
Validation.
Just for the hell of it. Hit it one more time, just for the hell of it.
When Mike was right.
Tap in.
Oh yeah, boy. Dog, my beard looked like it was dyed. I didn't have no. Play it again. I want to see my beard again. Play it again. I just want to see my beard.
Oh, wait a minute.
When Mike was right.
Tap in.
Man, that beard look dark. Unlike Jay Black, we don't have to play a clip because I told Jay Black yesterday he was right.
Michael Shawn got forever receipts in that clip. That's the receipts.
You're right. Now you are right until they come back on the show. Now, if they come back on the show, what you gonna say then, Jay Black? If they come back on the Joe Budden show,
all three of them are not doing another show.
I'm saying if they do,
you never know.
I mean, if the money's right, but then again, your happiness is more important than the money.
That part.
Have you heard them, the other two guys? Have you heard them talking?
Yeah, I've heard some of their comments.
Yeah. They'll come back, man. They're not as upset because they said they were just asking questions and just wanted to be in the loop. They weren't challenging anything. At least that's what they claiming,
And I mean, listen, I can't do this show without y'all. And when Kevin Hart came and said Joe Budden was a bad leader, the moment you believe that I don't need anybody, there's a problem. I can't do the show without different perspectives, different personalities, different sense of humor. You need the whole group. Just because you happen to talk the most on the show doesn't mean you don't need everybody else, because you do. You do.
So we're going to have one of the Plastic Cup Boys on, Spank, the comedian. Of course, he's down with Kevin Hart.
Hey, Spanky.
So he's coming on Friday. So I wonder if, can Kev do the whole podcast, his show, without the Plastic Cup Boys? Could it just be Kev talking?
Oh, you mean on the Sirius radio
on
thing?
The Sirius, yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, when you say I don't know.
Even if somebody doesn't say much, it's still the energy and the vibe. It's still it's a whole collective.
We all know Mike can do this by himself. Absolutely. It's just like Mike's saying. He's saying it's just the energy.
Perspectives.
He feeds off of our energy, whether we say 2 words or we share the same talk time. He's feeding off our
Mike.
energy.
No, I mean,
Mike.
But nobody sees behind the scenes. In order to do the show, Shawnee Scott is putting up graphics the entire time. Even the clip that we just played, she's popping them up. She's putting up things that go on, and she's giving opinions on stuff like that. Jay Black is giving me topics and stuff like that to talk about. He, during the therapist, is actually asking more questions than I asked the therapist. Cam is going to have his views and opinions, and when he does say them, they're either going to be hilarious or we're going to be like, where the hell did that come from? and that all brings together a show. So once you say you're fired and you're fired, like, dog, you're tripping right now. Because y'all could have had an easy conversation behind the scenes and been like, okay, what's wrong? Like, what is it? But, like y'all said, we don't know what happens all behind the scenes. We don't know how serious things got. But if we're not coming to blows, I don't see what can't be worked out. That's why when DJ Academic and Joe Budden ended their song that sunk, it was bad. Their song, they had a song together?
No, maybe the show. She probably made.
Oh, the show. Oh, yeah, the show. Yeah, they had the show. And Joe Buttons is very talented, whether you like him or don't like him. Let me tell you when you know you're a dope host. When people hate you or love you. Let me tell you when you're a whack host. When people can take it or leave it. Being lukewarm is the kiss of death in the entertainment business. When you're lukewarm, hey, if you're there, you're there. If you're not, you're not. Nobody cares. But Joe Buttons gets to talking, and people will watch because they literally disagree with him or they literally ride with him.
Mm.
But to have that balance of having two dudes that had a calming effect. Now, I didn't watch his podcast like that. Like I've seen 3 or 4 episodes. Once the podcast, the show on Revolt with him and academics, and I used to watch that. I thought that was well done. And when he had Remy on there, I thought that was dope. I thought Remy was Remy was somebody who was stern and was down for whatever. And
authentic.
You weren't gonna talk slick to her because there was gonna be repercussions.
And you wasn't gonna say bitch to her. Definitely not. That wasn't happening. So
I don't know what their relationship is because Remy type. I don't know, but you're right. I get where you're going with it. I totally understand. Make sure I get around the tight shirts before we end.
You gotta get the tight shirts in.
People know who they can say what to and who they can play with and who they can't. So I think different dynamics plays a big part of it.
I'm telling you, we're speeding to a point where we ain't gonna be able to say nothing to each other. We're speeding. We're at light speed right now. We're like going, dog. When Kyrie Irving on the basketball court got mad at another black guy for calling him the N-word, that's when I said, I am totally confused now. I took it different. What? And you jumped in his face. Kyrie Irving jumped in Schroeder's face from the lake. He jumped in his face. And Schroeder was like, N-word, what? He's like, don't N-word, watch your mouth, don't call me the N-word. I was like, wait a second. Y'all just created a new rule. Like, I don't even know this one. Like, this one, I'm telling you, we're speeding towards a place where there ain't going to be nothing. You can't even have a conversation with people without worrying about this. Joe Budden had a podcast for a reason, to help boost his rap career. And if he was to drop a song right now, I would not feel it. First of all, Joe Budden can rap. Second of all, Joe Budden stopped making music.
Yeah, because of his voice. He had a problem with his voice.
And he just, Joe Budden didn't. He made money. He toured, but his podcasting career. Listen, he's one of the first to really get it popping on his podcasting.
Yeah, he was on it early. He was on it real early.
Yeah,
he's one of the first, and he was the host when he was irresponsible at Hot 97 doing a morning show way back in the day. So he has the talent. It's just that he wanted to sleep under the console during the breaks.
That's the best sleep in the world, Michael.
Because you can't be an active rapper and be a morning show host. You cannot be an active rapper and be a morning show host. You just can't. You can't do mollies and then wake up and try and function at a morning show pace. So we'll see. This is getting
so nice in the morning.
Man, this is getting uglier and uglier. This is getting so ugly, right? Go ahead. You got another one? Because we got a few more minutes.
No, I was gonna wrap it up because how J Black is. But you know what? Shout out to Naomi Campbell. She's following suit with Janet Jackson. She just popped out her first kid at 51 years old. I wonder if she got stretch marks.
Wait. She's having a kid at 51?
She just had a baby. 51 years old.
How old was Janet? Was Janet 50?
50. She was 50. And both of them carried their baby. Carried their own baby.
You said what?
Halle Berry. I think she was 50 too.
Hey.
Oh, my bad. You said Joe Budden.
Listen, them early battle raps, and them underground tapes from Joe Budden was lit. That's undeniable. That's undeniable.
Your opinion is Joe Buttons can't rhyme. That's fine. I
didn't say no. I said that.
No. Somebody on the comment. Somebody on the comment said it. Somebody on the comment said.
He's still tall for Jersey.
Yes, Joe Budden and Taxstone were the first on the podcast.
Right.
Yes,
Taxstone. Shout out to Jersey.
I feel like watching You Got Served though.
Yeah, You Got Served. That's hilarious. No, it was You Got
Shout out to
Served.
Lyndon.
Oh, this is a straight off the beaten path. Was You Got Served really a good movie, or did we just like
Listen.
watching them dance?
So that's
plot.
my week. That's my
Maybe watching
temptation,
them
low
dance.
key.
That wasn't a good movie.
I
Was it a
watched
good
all of
movie?
them.
Well, I'm asking. Answer the question. Was it a good movie, or did we just?
No,
We
it wasn't
watched
good.
it for who was in it. We
Had
watched
a
it for who was in
And
storyline.
it were popular. That's all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because wasn't Steve Harvey like the ringleader of the dance competition?
He was the host. He was the judge. He was all
But
that.
Tasha says You Got Served was dope. Okay, I'm not saying. I'm just
Listen.
asking. Was You Got Served really a good movie, or was it
That
just
was for the
because every
culture.
time I see it, I watch a lot of it. I don't watch the whole thing, but like Drumline, I watch the
Yeah, I
whole
watched
thing
that.
every
Yeah.
time I pop into Drumline.
Drumline
Shout out
was
to the
good.
HBCU culture.
Like,
Mhm.
I really hope they do a Drumline too, because there are rumors that Nick Cannon has something in the works doing a Drumline too. Obviously, he'd probably be a professor or something. You Got Served
Right.
was a good movie. All right, Dave. Joe Budden can't rap, but You Got Served was a good movie. Okay.
Where's your priorities, David?
Little Kim was in it.
Yeah, it was
And look,
star-studded. It was
yeah.
star-studded. Yes.
Wasn't
no rules.
Lala in it?
No rules. You just got to be funky. I don't even know what she said.
Yep.
Something cheesy. No rules.
Mhm.
Just hood.
La-
You got to be hood.
Yeah, Lala was in it. Little Kim, Amarion. It was star-studded. Definitely star-studded.
Mo just named those three. It was like it was star-studded.
Yeah, Rag. Yeah,
Steve
Rag.
Harvey. Steve Harvey. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Not Rag. Not J. Book.
Let me tell you something. If
That's
a
all I got.
17-year-old pops that movie in, he not gonna know nobody on that movie.
Except for maybe Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Oh, Steve
Yeah,
Harvey
that's it.
and maybe Amarion.
Yeah. No.
He
no,
definitely ain't
no,
gonna know
Omarion.
Little
They
Kim.
know Omarion.
They're not gonna
Well,
know
they might know him
Omarion.
from the reality shows.
Would you say, Tosh, they did it for Lil T? Well,
They
no,
did
what's
it
his
for
name?
Lil
Lil T. What's his name? Lil T? The little
Yes.
kid?
Yes.
No, it was. I don't think it was Lil T.
Yes, it was.
It was Lil T.
I had some other movies.
If
I need
it
to write
wasn't,
that
that's what we're
down.
going with today.
I gotta write that down. Movies that we gotta ask ourselves for real. Like we gotta be honest with ourselves. Were they really dope movies, or did we just write it out because it was kind of what we had nothing else to watch, so we went and supported the movie.
It was for the era. It was for the era that it came out in. It was good then. We look back at it now, and it's like this is a whole clown show, but it's a period piece.
Okay, like
Hip-hop culture.
I'll tell you what wasn't a good movie, and this I'm a date myself, and all the people. I'm gonna date myself. The movie Breaking was not a good movie.
Electric Boogaloo wasn't either, but hey,
I'm gonna
during
keep it
that
100.
time, we thought it was dope.
Hold up, there's another movie that
There were good parts in that movie.
What about
but
B Street?
collectively It was whack.
Was B Street, was that dope? I think B Street was
B
dope.
Street was dope.
That's old school.
It was a good representation.
Yes.
The Last Dragon wasn't a good movie.
Listen, don't talk
Now,
about
see?
J-Man.
Last Dragon.
Show enough.
Last Dragon was hilarious.
Listen,
but I don't
was
think it
in
was supposed
love
to
with
be. A lot of
J-Man.
them. I don't think a lot of those movies. I don't think a lot of Last Dragon was supposed to be hilarious. There were hilarious parts.
True.
Yeah.
There was
But
funny
they was
parts. in it.
Right.
There was some parts. The Last Dragon is a good one.
Right.
Was it really a good movie?
Lil
Or were
Saint.
we-
His name was Lil Saint. I had to Google it. Lil Saint.
Lil
Oh
Saint.
my
That was his
God.
name. Yes, it was gonna bother me if I didn't Google it.
Yeah,
But go
B-
last thing.
Yo, B Street acting wise, like they had the breakdance battle scene.
Mhm.
They had the finale for Ramon, and
Right.
but acting wise,
Ray Dong Chong. Ray Dong Chong was in
Yeah. And so
Mhm.
her
That one was-
and
I wouldn't
what's
know.
the lead? What was the lead guy?
Don Page don't give a damn. He said they all classics.
Kumo D.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is about eating oatmeal when all I feel is tired for real.
Real.
All right, slick my tongue too quick. I got it kind of like a magic trick.
They stuck their heads. They stuck their heads through a curtain to rap. They stuck their head like this.
Hey,
And Dougie
all
Fresh
right,
like,
you people get ready to chill for the Christmas show at the Burning Spear.
Right.
Because Santa Claus is on Beach Street. Oh, you brought me back. I watched that movie over and over as a little kid.
And I don't even like watching movies on repeat, but that was one of my movies too.
who's the man with funny bones? Who's the man
Was that Ed and Dre? It was Ed and Dre, right?
I think the acting.
Oh, I got a 10 o'clock appointment. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
You gotta get out of here.
I got my cavity fixed.
Bye, Jay.
All right, I'll holler at y'all.
Y'all, you need that sugar-free bacon. Pause. All right, we gotta get out of here, y'all, because I gotta go get a haircut too.
Oh man.
Gotta go get a haircut. It's supposed to be hot outside. I got a damn hoodie on.
Black
Jesus.
Coke Classics.
All right, don't forget Friday. Spank from the comedian Spank from the Plastic Cup Boys. Kevin Hart's Plastic Cup Boys will be on the show Friday. I didn't even tell y'all the story about me doing the open.
About what?
Spank's an alpha. Hey, Spank.
Jesus.
All right. Anyway, that's right. Man, look.
I didn't even tell y'all the story about me doing an open mic. This is the first time I did an open mic in like 15 years. I just wanted to work this damn joke out. It was just to work one joke out that I went. I'll tell y'all tomorrow. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna tell you tomorrow. Let me write that down because I'll forget to tell y'all that I went to this open mic. Let me tell you something. Open mics around the world suck, but this is funny. Because when I got there, I'll give you this quick one. When I got there, I had to check my bougie ass. Because I went to an open mic. I had to check my comedian bouginess. Because I was sitting there going like, I'm too good for this. And I was like, you need to check your little BS attitude and get your ass on stage and work this joke out. Open mic for tomorrow. Open mic story. We'll start with the open mic. So I did. I had to check myself, and a fellow comedian said, "Man, just go on." And I was like, "All right." And then I went. Then the host put the pressure on. I'll just say this last part. The host put the pressure on and said, "You know, we got this open mic, but every once in a while, a professional comes." I said, "Why would you?"
You better be funny. He better be funny.
Why would you downgrade everybody? And he was straight up. Every once in a while, a professional comes through. You know, we got to show him love. And
everybody suck their teeth like,
oh yeah. They was sucking the teeth. They was sucking the teeth. Oh my God. I ain't give a damn. All right. So let's see. Spank from the Plastic Cup Boys is going to be here Friday. Tomorrow is Thursday. I don't even know what we got planned out for tomorrow. Don't forget to check out, if you want to see the replays, Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legend YouTube, Media Room 360 YouTube. Go support all that. Like and subscribe to them. All right. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. And understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. Never let anybody steal your happiness. It belongs to you, so fight for it. It's Michael Shawn, it's Sexy Mo, it's Jay Black, it's DJ Cam, it's Shawnee Scott. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Yeah. Oh, tight shirts.
Okay.
Thank you, Shawnee. Yeah.
Tight shirts.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts. Yeah. Tight shirts. What? Tight shirts. Yeah. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Shawn wears tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Yeah. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Every day.
Mike Shawn wears
tight shirts. To the gym or wherever.
tight shirts.
Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, Michael Shawn and We the Worst Records, Pluto, Aristotle, and P Skills have just destroyed or created another perfectly horrible song. Yeah. Check out the next single, Grown Man Wearing Skinny Jeans.
That's it, bro. Mix it up, bro.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio. Free Agent Radio.